rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? So your number one chief Rocket Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? Welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks at Night podcast. Salute, 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 salute. Salute, 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 salute. Coach, what's good, boss?
What's good?
Hey, what size shirt you wear, man? Like you look kind of look kind of thin, bro, like a get the fuck out of it. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know why
barely a 5X.
You be bro. I wear a 5X, bro. You look like you smaller than me, bro.
I'm 4 bills, bro.
Yeah, you look like you smaller than me, boss. Yeah, you small. Yeah, you smaller than me. Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyway, I'll just okay. Okay.
Hey, shout out to Ron SBK.
Yeah, man.
I won a raffle. I got my hat.
Okay. Yeah, so
give him a shout out. This is a little bit old school looking New York Knicks established.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Salute to Ron DSJ.
Snap back. I wish it was a. See, this is how big my head is. I'm
holding on. You holding on, bro. You might need a paper clip or something, Nick.
Yeah, we're gonna decide some the Knicks symbol.
Bim. Hey, we going to see DSJ this weekend, right? DSJ, you got to work this weekend? Salute to DSJ. Salute to Hit Him Up. Hit Him Up is in the building.
DSJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
DSJ, your t-shirt coming in tomorrow, bro. What am I going to do with it? You want me to send it to Coach? Yo.
What you sending me?
That man said he got to work this week. Oh, okay. All right. I did. Every time we try to get to Fayetteville, he got to work, Coach. Every time we try to get to Fayetteville. Oh, I'm sorry, not to say where he's from, but every time we try to get to North Carolina, that man be working. Yeah. I don't think he want to see us, Coach. Hey, but anyway, salute Knicks family. Salute Knicks family. I was talking to Coach earlier about talking some real Knicks talk. Like I want to talk about some real Knicks talk, man. Salute to everybody coming through. I'm not gonna hog the mic. I know I'm the Chris Paul of point guards, man. I don't like to. I'll move out of the way and let others get theirs. I don't care if I play with Blake Griffin. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about.
We like when you and sometimes you Allen Iverson with it.
Yeah, ISO ball. Yeah. So one of the things I want to talk about, Coach, is how the most important piece is usually the most important piece.
Okay.
Chat, y'all feel me? Chat, y'all feel me? How the most important piece is like the. I mean, the piece that's not the most important. The least important piece is always like the most important piece. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. Andios was good. Wacko is in the building. King Embert salute. And so, instead of talking about how terrible the Jets look on national TV, we can talk about how important Josh Hart is to the New York Knicks. How when Josh Hart leaves, so does our swagger. Right? Like when Josh Hart leaves, our swagger is good. It's something about Josh Hart and the Knicks that make the Knicks win. Right? It's something about last year when Josh Hart was added to the lineup due to injury, all of a sudden the Knicks catch fire. Right? Keyshawn, what's good, bro? Keyshawn, your Packers look terrible tonight, bro. The Packers and the Texans are on national TV right now, right? Or is it the Jets? The Jets, Packers, it's all the same. So, Coach, my question to you is Josh Hart really that important? And if he's that important, what does he do on both sides of the ball that the Knicks can't live without?
Well, first and foremost, one of the first things that stands out, obviously, because OG, the other guys in the start lineup, OG Anunoby, Bridges, Brunson. I'm not saying Cat because he is a good rebounder. So he rebounds well at his position. Those other three guys I mentioned aren't traditionally or in their career so far hasn't been a prolific rebounder at their position. So some of the things we lost by not having Mitch and Randall leaving is we lost some rebound and not having Precious around because he's hurt. So that alone, even though he's slight of height and frame, he just finds his way through grit and hustle, body positioning to get these loose balls. He just seems to always be in the right place at the right time with these rebounds.
Right.
So first and foremost, that for me is his most important attribute to this starting roster. He's definitely a crucial piece, for the Knicks. His ability to impact the game goes like beyond just scoring.
Right.
Which with our lineup, he's on paper the fifth option probably to score with that group.
Right.
But the way he's been, what we were asking from him after the preseason, because he wasn't willing to shoot.
Right.
The way this offense is going to work is if Josh Hart is a willing driver and a willing shooter.
Right.
So to me, the number one things that he brings though to me is his energy, his toughness, and his defensive versatility. He can defend several different styles of players because of his athleticism. His strength for his height is well above average. Even if some consider him a weak link, the ones that do consider him a weak link, his hustle and willingness to do the dirty work often spark like the rest of the team's intensity. You know what I'm saying? So, in these first 4 games, he's been playing well. We can't deny it. I think, what is he, third in the team scoring now?
Something.
right now.
Something like that.
He was second, or third. He was averaging more than Cat until Cat went off. This last game. It speaks volumes about his importance, and like he creates opportunities and helps the team flow now. With, like some of the things he's doing, his rebounding, his underrated. We were talking about who's the other playmaker on our team.
Right.
I'll be honest with you, Josh Hart is kind of a playmaker sometimes.
Right.
Although it looks kind of awkward and sloppy in a Josh way, you know what I'm saying? It's not like sometimes he'll bobble the ball, get it back, give it to somebody else, and all of a sudden he finds an open guy, and there we go.
Right.
But like I said, his rebound, playmaking, his ability to guard multiple positions,
Right.
it really makes a difference in like some of these tight games against good opponents. And then the other things, let's face it, he's the captain's best friend. These guys have a connection. Like, I'm not saying, they always have this term like the Batman and Robin thing, and like Robin's like the second best, but Robin, in the scope, and no disrespect to Robin and Robin fans,
Right.
Robin ain't even a number 2 in the DC universe.
No.
Robin's like a temp secretary.
14. Robin's like 19.
Yeah, like Robin ain't even close to Batman. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But what Robin does for Batman, he like inspires Batman, gives him that extra sense of like he feels like he's got to protect him sometimes a little bit.
Right.
But like Josh Hart is kind of like Brunson's Robin.
He's like
Batman.
he like the skinny blonde dude next to Chris Farley. Like Chris Farley is everything.
David Spade.
Yeah. Like
he's not the
Spade,
main dude in the movie, but like he has his moments.
Yeah.
Funny lines and little, but he keeps it. He's a straight man in the. Usually in the.
You ever saw that movie Black Sheep?
Oh yeah, of course.
Bro, come on, bro. I don't know why we don't talk about that movie like it's a classic, bro.
Oh,
that's a classic comedy to me, bro.
Yeah, it's good.
Your father's super rich.
Is there a mark on my face? I don't feel it much here or here. Like right here when he hit him in that. But
yo, you the black sheep, bro.
Yeah.
So
man. So maybe I'm over explaining how important he is, but it's good to have someone like him who can connect well with the other players too on the team. Like especially in transition too. Like our transition offense, when Josh is out there, when he gets a rebound, we're off and running.
Right.
And that adds like a valuable dynamic to our team.
Right.
So he may not always grab the headlines, but his contributions are so important to his team.
Yeah. And one of the things I feel like is why he's important is because coaches can't throw out junk offenses or junk defenses with Josh Hart on the floor because Josh Hart has position flexibility. Right. Like
no one knows what he is. They're like, is he the shooting guard? Is he the power forward? Is he the small forward? What is he?
Yeah. Right. And in that sense of junkyard dog, Jerome Williams. Right. In that sense of AC Green for all you old heads out there. Just us is in the building.
He's the perfect. Like if you look up the definition of a role player, like he literally fits the mold. He can, and the thing is, he can morph into the role that we need him for that night. Like some nights he can pass the ball around. Some nights he can, you know.
Right. Right. Salute to the chat, man. Salute all of y'all, man. I see y'all coming through. Salute to my people, man. I hope y'all having a good time, man. I hope y'all enjoying the day before the weekend start. You know I am. You know I am. Yeah, man. Just a little while ago, just riding through the city. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, just chilling. I can't wait. You know, I can't wait for the weekend, man. I hope y'all had a very safe and enjoyable week, man. Get through your last day of the week, man. Get ready for this weekend. If your weekend already started, I'm jelly, man. I'm jelly of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But salute y'all. But coach, to the point about Josh Hart that I wanted to bring up, we don't necessarily get to talk about things like Josh Hart being a ball handler and a screener and a cutter and an offensive rebounder and a rebounder, right?
Mm-hmm.
How often does one guy play every role on offense, right? One guy that can play every role on offense. So regardless what the defense does, you don't have to substitute, bro. You could just leave Josh Hart in there. You don't even have to adjust your offense.
And that's what Thibodeau does. He just leaves him in.
Right. Just leave him. He'll play.
Like, the only way Josh's going to come off the damn court is if you got to just drag him off.
Only way, you're going to have to scrape him off the floor, bro.
Yeah.
You're going to have to scrape him off the floor. Right. That's it. Coach, I remember I was fighting and I don't know if I told you this or not, but I used to box a long time ago, like in the late 80s, early 90s. I probably boxed about 8 good years. Right. And I ain't gonna lie to you. This dude was hitting me so hard that people were like at the concession stand, like I was on the ropes, and I'm talking about I used to fight in low gyms or whatever, ain't nothing big, nothing major. This dude was hitting me so hard, and I couldn't see him. All I heard was pow, pow, dude hit me, and the lady in the concession stand was like, she throwing down there, get him out of here, he gonna kill him, and so the dude had hit me. The dude threw so many punches. By the time the third round got there, he was so tired, coach. He was exhausted, bro. Like second round, they had to drag him to the corner. And then in the third round, I just went out there and peppered him up like with these little soft. And the dude just laid down. He's like, man, I'm just. And so when I got out of the ring or whatever, they give you your little cash. You know how you fight for money. You know, you call a prize fighter for a reason. So he give me the money, right? Like I get $300, the dude get $100. I gave the dude $100. We split it 50-50. Well, I gave him $100. We split 200 or whatever. But the dude was like, dang, bro, man, you got heart, bro. I thought, man, they was gonna have to drag you out of that ring. And it's not because I'm a tough guy. I'm just like everybody else. But some of us are just blessed with like a certain thing. Like my thing is having a chin, right? The chin is basically it. Right. And
that's your superpower.
Yeah, that's my super. Like, no, not great, not fast hands, not super strong, not big ham hocks, not any of that stuff. Just a chin. And so they was like, man, and the only way they was gonna get you out of the ring, man, is if they had to call the fire department. And to me, that's Josh Hart, bro. To me, that's Josh Hart. Because in order for you to have a bruise that hurt you that bad, and then for the next game you come out, you play 42 minutes against your rival, the Miami Heat, that means something, bro. Yeah. That means something. You know what I'm saying? That means, and then plus two, when teams try to throw junk defenses at us, junk offenses at us, like they'll ISO their such scorer and then bring a big up top only so they can have their lane clear or whatever. You can leave Josh Hart out there. Josh Hart can guard 1 through 5. I seen it. I saw him try to guard Joel Embiid in the playoffs. Y'all saw it too. Yeah, I saw it. That dude he took the switch for Joel Embiid because Joel Embiid couldn't back him down because Joel Embiid was on one leg. So when you have guys like that that's willing to do everything and can do a little bit of everything, it makes everything. It makes everything in your coaching and flexibility and everything like that means you can do more and more stuff.
Another great thing that he represents, he is the ultimate like wild card. Okay. So what I mean by that is, well, like if you play Uno, draw 4, you know what I'm saying? You can like throw that card, whatever, whatever the situation. Like this is why he's like a wild card.
Right.
When opposing teams are planning for the Knicks, they know they better not give Cat a foot or two of space from three, from deep mid range, anywhere. Like they know what's in Cat's bag already.
Right.
They know what to expect with Brunson, what they need to stop or try to contain with Brunson. They know Bridges and OG, you can't leave them open in the corners. You know, you got to watch OG on the drives. You got to watch Bridges backing down smaller defenders and working the mid range a little bit. Coaches can plan for that.
Right.
A little bit. You know, they kind of know what to expect and defend. But with Josh, from game to game, you don't know what the hell he's going to do each game. Because he just does whatever is
Coach, because he don't know what he gonna do.
He don't know exactly.
Right.
Like, there'll be one game where he's banging threes. I'm like, where the hell this come from?
Right.
There'll be another game he's driving the lane and he's driving and dishing, you know. So like, yeah, so that's an advantage that we have now because we have that like wild card per se. Like, because even when people were talking about it, and I was one of them, I was thinking about like I wanted that versatility with the bench unit and coming off the bench, which basically he kind of does anyway. He just plays the starter minutes and the bench minutes because he basically starts and then he stays in with the bench guys anyway half the time.
Right.
Him and Bridges, you know.
Right.
But like, if to my point with that, if Deuce started for some reason, the other teams know they better not leave him open for three, you know.
Right.
And that, you know, if you give him a space to drive, he'll drive it in. Which big ups to Deuce. He had that nice little surprising drive and dunk in that game, that last game.
Yeah, it kind of catch people off guard.
That was nice. Yeah. Looking like a little mini D Rose.
Yeah.
But with Hart, that's what it's like, man. He's someone you can't prepare for because you don't even know what the hell he's about to do.
Yeah.
It's the
One
same
of the
thing with
reasons why
men.
I like him there, though, I like him in a lineup instead of Deuce because I think Deuce offers scoring and defense, but his defense and scoring gets overshadowed by Jalen Brunson, OG, and Mikal Bridges. So he goes from being the primary scorer with one unit, primary defender with one unit, to the third best defender in the starting unit and the fifth best scorer. And do you want to move? Do you want to size aside, even if Deuce was 6'6", right? Going from the best bench scorer to the fifth best scorer and going from the best defender within your unit to the third best defender, I think diminishes his contribution.
Yeah. Yep. It's kind of like, yo, adios. Salute.
Salute.
Hit that like and subscribe. We're on the road to 4K. We're on the road to riches. So, yeah, man. I mean, and if we were to ask the question, what's been the biggest surprise these first 4 games? Bingo. I'm surprised that Josh Hart I mean, he had this production last year, the second half of the year, and in the play, since he had to step into the start lineup, and it was just him, Devo, and Brunson, and whoever else we could throw in there. Because injuries, I heart you a little bit, but I'm surprised he's still producing that same. I mean, he's doing something that I didn't think he was going to do. And that's why I'm totally confident still in my original prediction that we're going to win 60 games.
Yeah.
Because if Josh Hart keeps doing this and Bridges and Cat get comfy, which they look like they are,
right,
pretty soon. I know it's not just one game, but it was the last game, and each game, I mean, it's just been getting. It's going to just get better and better, man. You just got to have patience. And now we got this road trip coming.
right.
3 very winnable games. No disrespect to Detroit on Friday, tomorrow. Houston and Atlanta.
Right.
They're all road games. You never know what happens when you're on the road, but if we can beat the brakes off those 3, start having some fun with it.
Right.
Guys start having fun, passing the ball around. Watch out. Yeah,
Hey,
Cool
Coach,
G Rap.
You
Cool
mind if
G
I
Rap.
Oh yeah, it's Cool G Rap. Yeah, man. I want to show you something, Coach.
You notice how I put his lisp in there too when I did.
Road
Isn't he
trip.
the rapper that had that lisp? Cool
Yep.
G Rap.
Yep.
Big props to people with speech impediments. No disrespect at all.
You know what
Mike Tyson had the lips too.
Cool G Rap is my favorite because he said, "All my manpower for $4 an hour. I took the time to write rhymes in the shower." When you say that, bro, you like, oh my god.
Hell yeah. And when you're a rapper and you got the word rap in your name, how many other guys were that? Rapping Forte, that was one. Who was another one? Remember Rapping Forte?
Yeah, you remember the Rapping Duke?
Oh, Rapping Deep.
Yeah, man.
Rapping Forte he used to run with Too Short, right? Yep.
Yo,
Right, so what's this list you got going here?
did you say lisp or list? It sounded like you said, "What's this list?" It sounded like you said, "What's this list?"
No, what's this list? I see Rudy, Victor, Bam. What are these guys?
So this list that you're looking at is the list of the All NBA first team from last year.
I can't help but keep looking at that pretty woman in that video. My bad. Go ahead.
She used to be in Knicks universe, bro.
I know. I forget her name too, but she's fine.
Hello. But
so yeah, go ahead. Defensive.
This is the first team All NBA defense from last year. All NBA first team. This is the list.
I already know where you're going with this, boy. We right there.
All I'm going to say to y'all is this. Keep this list in mind, right, as Karl Anthony Towns goes through the league and murders these dudes on this list. One by one. One by one. Not Herb Jones, right? Herb Jones probably won't guard him unless it's some type of weird switch, right? But Bam Adebayo, check, right? Bam Adebayo gave up 44 and 13?
Yeah. And there was a couple of possessions for a little while there. He had to be a little hesitant because he was in foul trouble.
Right. Right. Bronx Kicks for Life is in the building. Salute.
Miguel P, you funny for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just keep an eye out on that list, bro, for Karl Anthony Towns. I just wanted to share that with everybody. I don't think anybody in the league can stop Karl Anthony Towns when we have a spread floor with Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, OG, and Mikal Bridges.
Because here's the thing, Cat has never, ever, even last year, with the team he had last year, it's never had as many weapons with him.
No.
Threats, offensively.
Cat has never had a point guard.
Nope.
Right?
Yeah, think about it. Who is his?
Jeff Teague, Ricky Rubio. These are guys we talking about as point guards. Who?
Rubio. I mean,
Ricky
Rubio.
Ricky Rubio.
He's pretty good at passing, but
yeah,
he's not a real threat to score. So we're talking about 4 other guys with him you got to worry about.
Right.
Because the way Josh is playing right now, if they don't start, because this is what's going to happen. That Josh doing this in his first 4 games, all he's doing is setting up something that's going to be unstoppable. Because now teams are actually going to have to defend Josh a little bit.
Right.
So that means everyone else is on one-on-one. Good luck.
And
I mean, how do you defend Cat, really?
With a baseball bat. That's it.
Like you almost got to overplay him at the top because you can't live with him. Like you can't live with him just banging threes.
But you can't overplay him. That's one of the things, Coach. To your point,
I know. Yeah, I'm saying that's because in today's NBA, this is why you made this point. I think last night or the day before. I don't feel when you said it. All these nights kind of blend into each other. You said, in today's game. Oh yeah, when you were talking about when people trying to blame Cat for not protecting the rim. We'd rather give up a 2 in the paint. Go ahead, get you 70, 80 points in the paint. We're tired of people like even this last game, man. It's nothing more disheartening than freaking these threes going in from the other team. I'm tired of seeing it. I'd rather you drive the lane at this point. And because the way we can shoot threes like we did last game, I'll trade 3 for 2s all day long.
Right. And when the fourth quarter start, the score would be something like 94-78, something like that. I'll take that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that every game. You know what I'm saying? You can shoot 48% around the painted area. I'll take that. Mm-hmm. Because for one, Coach, one of the things I wanted to mention to the basketball heads, when you miss a 2 at the basket, it's a short rebound. Right? That means our bigs can basically rebound out of their area a little bit. But when teams put up 63s, right? And say they hit 22 of them, that means you're basically creating you're hitting 38 long rebounds, right? Say the Knicks take 63s and we only hit 25. That's 35 long rebounds. Say we get half, right? That's 17 and a half long rebounds. The other team can get in transition and go the other way and have numbers.
Yeah.
Is that
also
what you want
75 points already? No 2s yet.
Right. And so, okay, all right, relax. And so, Have them teams go to the rim. See, because the thing is, our bigs are not going to block 3-point shots. Have them take them shots to the rim in the teeth of our defense, smothered by OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. When you got shot blockers and bigs on the floor, but when you kick out to those threes, those threes where your defense has got to recover on defense, and a guy might get an open look slightly, guys at this level are going to hit those shots.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, if you look at every team in the NBA, about within the next year, 3 years, if you can't shoot a three at any position, you're phased out.
Yeah,
you're gone because you got guys
off there right now.
I know because just look at yesterday, the perfect example. The third option center, because Kevin Love actually plays 5 for them, but he was hurt, and he could hit threes. Bryant, you left the third string center open, and he's banging threes.
Right.
So look at around, guys. I love Mitch. He's going to provide something we need when he comes back. I get it, but he's a dinosaur, man. Like this is just. It's just like nature. You have to adapt or die. There's guys in this league, maybe not to the exact level that Mitch does. There's other guys in this league that can offensive rebound, they can defend the rim, but they can also hit threes. They can also, create a little offense. You got dudes
like Valanciunas out here shooting threes, bro.
Yeah.
7 foot 280 dudes, rock solid.
Just name anybody. Name. Look, I'm telling you right now. When iHeart comes back, I bet she's gonna shoot threes in Oklahoma City. I bet he shoots more.
Yeah, and they're gonna get mad at him if he don't take it.
Mm-hmm.
So
back to the cat part a little bit too with. How he hasn't played. I mean, think about Minnesota last year. I mean, them and Dallas were neck and neck in that series.
Yeah, they were neck and neck.
I mean, it was kind of an upset because Minnesota going into that they were supposed to win that series.
Yeah,
I mean, no one was saying Dallas was going to win that series at the time. Don't tell me that. And if you think about it, I mean, yeah, he's got Ant, but who else is a knockdown scorer in that starting lineup with him?
Now?
Well,
you're talking about right now or back then?
No, when Cat was there.
Oh, yeah, no.
Connolly isn't what he used to be scoring.
Nah.
McDaniels isn't that.
Nah,
and Gobert ain't that.
Nah.
So who's their threat on offense? They got to stop Cat, man. With us, go ahead, stop Cat and Brunson, and then we got OG doing stuff. We got Bridges doing stuff. We got Deuce doing stuff. I mean, yeah, Naz Reid does some stuff here and there, but he ain't like an offensive guy. He's like a scrap. He's like an oversized Josh Hart kind of. Naz Reid when he comes in.
Right.
Imagine him on this team.
Imagine him and Precious together. Talking about Jalen McDaniels, man. Imagine yeah, man. Jalen McDaniels, Precious, OG, Mikal Bridges, and Deuce. Team when he be able to bring the ball up the floor, bro.
I mean, when they were talking about possibly Herb Jones and stuff, I was like, "Don't do it. Our team's gonna be broken." And like, that's cheat code.
Yeah.
If we get what. I'll put it this way. We might already have the guy on our team. Combe Dadier, if that young man becomes this 3-and-D defender, like how with his physical skills, what he can become.
That's the easy part, coach. He's that already.
Got a dynasty. Like this.
He's going to be that, coach.
Like we're one. And I'm not saying we need anything. I'm not saying we need one more, but let people F around and let us get another wing that could do something
I
too.
think he's that, coach. You just got to be
Yeah.
patient, bro. You got to wait till after the All-Star break.
Yeah, I think he's going to. Cause here's the best part about, and I said this early before the preseason, or like right during the preseason. When have we as Knicks fans had the luxury of having our rookies come in and really cook, like bake in the oven for a little bit? Not really have to be counted on yet, earlier than they're really 100% ready for yet.
Right.
And they can actually witness and watch somebody at their position and really learn and really see how it's supposed to be done, and then actually be a part of it too, like in practice every day. And like this is how dynasties are made.
Yeah.
When you start bringing in rookies that are around greatness, because that's why for the so long, I hate to give them credit, you know, the Patriots and the Packers and so, you know,
Right.
those little runs they had for a while there. They
Right.
just always seem to get these later first round guys, or they traded down to get somebody. You got all these late round guys, and they like turned them into something because they were able to cook and learn from guys that are part of the system and the culture. And that's just the way to go, man.
Right.
And if the Knicks can do that with these three rookies we have now, and if McCullough comes back and he shows he can do something too, I mean,
I think he's going to surprise you, man. Did you see him in college?
well, after we drafted him, I went down a rabbit hole and watched a bunch of his highlights, and all the way back from when I started going back when he was highly recruited.
Okay.
Like coming into college, he was supposed to be more than he became. But I think some of the injuries happened to him and all this stuff. Big ups to Ron. I gave you props earlier for the hat. Ron, still a Knicks fan. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey Ron, man. Hey Ron, I'm gonna grab Coach in a little bit, man, and we're gonna go on vibes and talk a little bit of R&B. I want to get y'all real opinion on who is the better artist, Sade or Anita Baker.
I love you, Anita, but Sade, that's mine.
No need to ask. He's a smooth operator.
That's grown folk music right there, boy.
Smooth operator.
That's just the surface.
That's yeah.
I've had many of nights to the soothing sounds of Sade. You know what I'm saying? She's just, I hear someone whining, want some attention. I mean, Anita Baker's got that little jazzy thing going, you know. You know.
Yeah.
Sweet love. Yeah, I like that song.
Oh yeah,
she had a couple good ones.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. I can already see me and SKF are gonna have to have a little battle on this one.
Man, Ron's scared of conversations like that, bro. Ron like to have the Motown Philly back again. He like to have those conversations with a little. Ron like to have those conversations like get the Bobby and the boom, put the Bobby and the wifey don't want it, the Bobby. Ron like to have those conversations, right? I ain't. Ron like to have those thong conversations. I hate that thong. Ron like to hear Mike Tyson say thong. Mike Tyson saying thong song. I hate thong.
I mean, technically, Anita Baker, she don't fall. She's more jazz fusion to me. She has a jazz background singing.
Yeah.
But we'll get into
Fritz
that.
Alcindor's in the building.
Sade is definitely world
Hey,
music.
what's up?
Everybody hold your calculators up. Put your calculators in the air.
TI 83s.
You don't even need them no more. You got the
Hold your
all
calculators
purpose.
up. Yeah.
They even got you can even take a picture of a math problem. It'll solve it for you. I got apps for that.
Yeah. I got one of those iPads that you could just write it out and it does the
It
math
does
for
it
you.
for you.
Really? Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
You can just write an equation and it just solves it on its own.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
You don't even need. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like for some of these advanced math things, for some jobs you need, computers do it all for you now anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, no disrespect to I don't want to call them nerds. No disrespect to the coach. What do you call those guys that don't play sports?
Women.
Coaches. Coaches.
No, a lot
That's
A lot of
coaches. Coach, you gonna buzz hell wide open for that. Coach gonna buzz hell wide open. How did I get here so fast?
No, a lot of coaches played a little bit, at least at a lower level.
Yeah.
The ones that never play, I don't know, man. I just call them beta men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just
Yeah,
I mean,
my dad didn't want me to play.
Yeah.
Dad did not want
I
me
mean,
to play
that's cool.
sports. Yeah.
But-
No, but my dad played sports though.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I was a jock when it
Yeah.
came. Back then there was these little groups, but I still played D&D. I hung out with like what was considered dorky guys. You know?
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Some of that stuff.
And I was a theater geek too. You know what I'm saying? I was a Renaissance man, bro. I did everything. I tried to be, and that's what I try to instill in my sons. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, don't pigeonhole yourself.
Don't pigeonhole yourself, bro. You got to go
You know
with
what
the
I'm saying?
ladies at. You got to go with the ladies,
Bro. I told him you better learn Spanish.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some honey? You know what I'm saying? Like, ay, papi. So you start spitting to him in some Espanol, boy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just didn't play organized. Like I wasn't in like, you know, the kids leagues, but like on the street, yeah, I was playing.
Yeah. Well, that's like my younger son. He played all the way through.
You see up there? Look
There he is.
Benny, come on.
He played all the way through 7th or 8th grade, but he loved the arts, man. He liked theater, singing, acting, and stuff like that so much. But he didn't do it in high school. But because, you know, he had my genetics and his older brother who plays college football, when he played pickup basketball or played stuff, they're like, man, why don't you play? Well, I don't feel like it, you know.
Yeah.
My younger sons didn't feel like it. You know, and that was his path. I didn't want to push him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I let him. We find out what he was passionate about, and we nurtured it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's funny, but Freezy, my dad gave up sports for calculator.
Yeah,
No lie.
he was smart, bro. He was smart.
Nah, he played soccer. My dad.
Yeah, he was smart, man. That's what you do at a certain point, bro.
And let's face it, there aren't.
Yeah, there wasn't major leagues. There wasn't a United States major league at the time.
Yeah.
So he was minor
Like,
league. And
the Dan Campbells of the world.
Yeah.
And the Nico Ryans. In case you guys don't know who they are, they're both head coaches that actually played significantly in the league. You know, football. Those are rare dudes nowadays.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you know, these football coaches
are bench players.
Yeah, look at the McDaniels guys, and even someone like Gruden, you know, before he got in trouble, whatever.
Before he got in trouble for being a dude. Before he got in trouble for being a dude, yeah.
But just, you know what I'm saying? But look, we've
all. You're
all.
supposed to say that, so you ain't supposed to put it in writing. That's
I know.
Stupid for putting it in writing. You're supposed to say it.
You don't put locker room talk
in
on an email.
Yeah, but you know what though? People forget he a blonde, bro.
Yeah,
he a blonde, bro.
Shefty you know was definitely, and because he was famous, he had to be made an example of. Blah blah blah. I'm not condoning what he did or what he said, but I guarantee every brother on every team, every white dude on every team,
say the
every
same
Latino,
stuff.
They all say the same shit to each other all day long.
But they just don't put it in writing.
Exactly.
Was it? I forgot. Was it racist? Was it racist?
I don't want no gay dude on my team.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't just racist. It's just like random. It's just like random dude talk.
Like okay. He was just talking. He was just talking wild. He was just talking wild.
He was reckless.
Well, and the thing, and the thing is, it's not like he was saying something that was
you ain't never heard of.
Because the Michael Sam thing was going to be a distraction.
Yeah, it ain't like that man said something like "sit on a rocket," something strange. He didn't say nothing strange, bro. He was just like
when you come out.
Good, bro.
You know what I'm saying, if you come out gay, you know, it used to be a scarlet letter. You know, now it's starting to get more accepted, I guess.
Yeah, man. Who cares about people being gay, bro? If you gay, be gay.
It don't bother me either. Yeah.
But
at the time, and all he said was it's going to be a distraction. I don't want, you know, and that made him a gay hater, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, man. Some of that stuff. Some of that stuff. I'm so indifferent to, bro. I don't get. I'm so indifferent to stuff. Like, but anyway, let me. Since the calculator guy is representing, St. Calculus Day. What day is St. Calculus Day, Fritz? Is that in August? I was first every month. I forget.
Oh yeah, we gotta. Don't we have a time frame where we got to officially sign 2 guys here soon?
Yeah.
So, we only have like 2 weeks.
What are we gonna do?
I thought it was less than 2 weeks. Now,
it's less. They got to get 1 first, and then I don't know. They're keeping it tight to the vest, but it's gonna be Matt Ryan.
Bro, I promise you. If
Matty Ice.
If they sign Matt Ryan, a calculator dude can't never tell me nothing for the rest of the life. I'm not valuing nothing they say, bro.
Hey, what if he does what Steve Novak did?
And coach, and you know what I would have said to that? You could have signed him early in the summer. Instead of doing all this, instead of kneeling and praying to the east that the calculator is gonna. You could have got Ryan. You could have got Matt, bro. You could have got Matt Ryan before the draft.
Matty Ice.
You could have got Matt Ryan July 1.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think they're just in a special spot right now. They're calling the audible. They're calling the audible. So
I think they're gonna tinker with this thing until it fall apart, and then gonna look for a scapegoat. Because that's how it always happens, bro.
I think they're gonna be tinkering all the way to February, all the way to the deadline.
Yeah.
Well, I think right now the only in stone rotation guys, as far as that goes, obviously the starting 5, Deuce, Campaign, and Precious when he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Those to me are the 8 in stone. Like, I know for sure there ain't nothing you can tell me those guys are going to be in the rotation.
Yeah.
What we need to find is a specialty guy, depending on who we're playing and all that stuff, who our 9th and 10th guy are going to be. Not that they're always going to play, but some games they will. Now, obviously, when Mitch comes back, he's going to be one of them guys. But hell, do we know when that's going to be? I just refrain from counting on Mitch or talking about Mitch till I get the green light on Mitch.
Yeah, I think people are warming to the idea of Mitch finishing out the year, like just seeing how this roster looks and how Cat
Yeah, because
isn't the enforcer. He isn't the. I don't. I still. I still don't. I still am not 100% think Mitchell's going to be here all year.
I'll put it this way: if Huck Porty gets more opportunities in this first half of the year and keeps showing what he can do, every time Huck Porty does 2 or 3 things in the game, if Huck Porty keeps getting these blocks like he's getting when he gets in the game,
Yeah.
Mitch is gone. I hate to say it, and I know it's blasphemy for all the Mitch Hive guys. And I'm not saying I want to get rid of Mitch. I'm not saying I hate Mitch. I'm not saying I don't want any ill will towards Mitch. If we're gonna keep Mitchell Robinson around, all right, then let's keep him and let's be all in for Mitch. But if the front office knows right now they're shopping him around right now, bye.
Yeah.
You better be playing Huck Porty some more.
Yeah.
Because I ain't counting on Sims for shizzing it.
Yeah, I think you gotta be looking around for power forward. I know you gotta be looking. Mitch has a little bit of value. Even not having him here, he shows how valuable he is. So
yeah, what I'm going to be doing is with my side eye, I'm going to be checking out the other teams this year in this first half of the season.
Okay.
Of some guy that's a long 4. That's one of those rebound guys too, and a defender that probably isn't getting, because maybe he's got a couple guys in the rotation ahead of him because of tenure or they were vets or some crap. He's just not getting his chance yet. Kind of like what was happening to Hartenstein, when he was waiting for his turn. Like, I'm waiting to see if there's someone that ain't getting their playing time that they should be getting because of whatever reason, because of coaching decisions. And then I'm going to be looking to grab them. And I'm not saying we need it. That's being the key to us winning the NBA title, whoever this guy is. It's just us getting as much value as we can for Mitch if they do decide to move him. If we don't, find a way to use him, fit him in. I think he's going to be a great addition with the second unit. We're going to have 2 rebounders at the center position that are elite. And you can't complain about that. We can't have him and Precious.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna have to do the rotation where Precious plays more with kind of when Cat's in a little bit, and then like have OG and Bridges in when Mitch is in. I don't know, something. They need more like other scores at the other positions if Mitch is gonna be in.
Yeah. Yeah. Then this gotta think about more than this year. Like,
that too.
I know people are thinking, hey, how are we gonna do this year? But you gotta think beyond this year.
Yeah. We have our core. Our starting 5 is locked up for the next 3 or 4 years. Well, Josh is locked up for what, 2 or 3?
3 more years after this?
3 more years.
3, and everyone else is 4.
Yeah, right.
So you need to find someone that's going to fit the schedule of them guys, or if it's someone young that can be part of the transition.
I disagree slightly. Can I disagree with y'all slightly?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind if it's a veteran.
Right. I'm just gonna say this. I think we got to get in the moment, man. Right? Because if we're talking about this front office's 6th off season to do something. I don't know what y'all been looking at for the last 5 years, bro. Like, yo, give them time. They need bro. I'm not giving no front office no 6 years to get ready to win a championship, bro. 6 years, bro. It don't even take old dudes like me and Coach that long to get warmed up. You know what I'm saying? 6 years, bro. I'm sorry, Frizz. I'm sorry.
No, but you gotta think. You gotta think of somebody who can grow. Maybe somebody who's not there yet, but you think you can get him there.
Bro. They better win. They better be trying to win right now. And I don't care if they play. I don't care if they trade for Jeff Green, bro.
Oh no, like that's a smart move.
You would fit.
Yeah, but I think you got to maximize Mitch. You got to maximize while he has value.
Yeah, you got to play Mitch.
And
when you play Mitch, you slide everybody else to more natural positions, right? If you play Mitch, now Precious gets to play more of the 4, get to guard more 3s, right? Because Precious can guard 3 through 5, right? And now Precious, instead of going out guarding 5s all the time, he can guard 4s, small 5s, big 3s, like those Jason Tatum type guys who are 4s, but they play more like 3s. Precious can guard those guys because you have Mitch in the lineup. But if you don't have Mitch, now you have dudes like Josh Hart, Matt Ryan, or Landry Shamet guarding Jason Tatum's.
Yeah, I know, but are you going to trust Mitch to be there?
That's weird.
Or no, you gonna trust he be there, or is Mitch being there as a bonus?
See, that's weird because you're on one hand you're saying, are you going to trust Mitch? And then on the other hand, you're saying that the Knicks are going to likely sign Matt Ryan. And so I'm asking you, who would I trust more? Of course, I'm going to trust Mitch more. Of course, I'm going to trust Mitch more than Matt Ryan and Landry Shamet. To me, it's not even a question. Mitchell Robinson gives you more flexibility on the court. Whether you like what Mitch does or not, Mitch is a proven quality NBA player. Now he can't play the 4. He can't play the 3. Mitch is strictly a one-dimensional 5. Defense and rebounding. That's it. Right? He's not going to shoot 3s. He's not going to dribble. He's not going to pass. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to guard out on the perimeter. He's strictly a one-dimensional big that can't shoot free throws. But for our team, in spurts, that's what we need. Matt Ryan, just to bring Matt Ryan here to say, oh yeah, everybody need, every team needs more shooting. Nah. It depends on what else comes along with the shooting. Because we're in a fortunate situation where our starting center can shoot too. Our starting center can shoot. Our wing players can shoot. All 3 of them, Josh Hart, OG, and Mikal Bridges can all shoot. Jalen Brunson can shoot. Deuce can shoot. And if we're saying it's important for our 13th man to come in the game and be a shooter and hustle on defense, I'm saying I'd rather have Mitch Robinson.
But I don't think it's an either or. I don't think it's one or the other.
How so? Or how not?
Well, I think it's 2 separate things. I think this whole Matt Ryan thing it's just a style thing. They have a guy they want, but Matt Ryan is going to be the stand-in. He fits, I guess, the style of the player they want. And it's like, hey, you're going to stand in for 2 months until the guy who we want comes back.
That's where things get a little weird.
And it's weird. Like we typically don't operate that way. We typically we set our roster in the beginning of the year, and we reassess in January, make our moves, and then we're done.
Right. And,
And
and I'm saying one of the things that we don't take into account is that in 2 months, Tyler Kolek, Pacom Dadier, and Ariel Hukporti will may be ready. Maybe 2 of them will be ready. You know what else? Maybe Kev McCullough will be back. Right? And so what we're saying is bring in Matt Ryan to play in front of Pacom Dadier. Calculated guys are saying, yeah, man, just bring in Matt Ryan off the street for a reason. Bring in Lonnie Walker for a reason. And for 2 months, play him in front of Pacom Dadier, Tyler Kolek, or Ariel Hukporti, whichever rookie applies. Right? And then at the end of the year, calculated guys are going to be saying, yo, those guys didn't develop like I thought they would. Maybe we can include them in a package for another kick the can down the road scenario. Maybe Giannis is disgruntled in Milwaukee. No disrespect to the calculator guys, because I understand their mindset and I respect them. I joke a little bit about them, but I respect them. But in my mind, basketball on the court should always come first.
Mhm.
You don't sacrifice the product for what if.
Yeah.
That's at one point when we were tanking and trying to get guys in the draft and all that stuff, I could buy into that. But when Boston whooped your ass the first game of the season to remind you that you're not as close as you thought you were, adding Matt Ryan is not adding value to the roster.
Yeah. Well,
in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Shamit's their guy. And I think they don't want to bring Shamit in the middle of the year and it's like, oh yeah, I know we've been playing like this for 3 months, but we're gonna switch it up. I think Matt Ryan's he's dress rehearsal. Dress rehearsal. I think he's gonna play Shamit for a couple months and then Shamit will be back.
Wait a minute, you confused me. He's gonna play Shamit a couple of months and then Shamit will be back. What do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean?
Because Matt Ryan most likely is not going to be guaranteed.
Okay, so you said he's going to play Shamit for a couple of months, and then Shamit will be back. Where's Shamit going if he played him for a couple of months?
No, he means he's going to play what Shamit was going to represent.
He's going to play what Shamit would represent for a couple of months, and then Shamit will be back.
You mean Matt Ryan? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think it's adding 2 guys to the roster. And it's really one guy, and you're going to switch one guy back in.
But your roster is down 2 spots.
No,
right?
You don't have to use. See, Shamit's is chilling in the G League. We're not using that spot right now. He's not a Knick.
I thought the Knicks had 12 players.
They have 12.
Yeah, and you have to get to 14.
Yeah, but the Knicks can't afford more than one vet.
So what, are they going to change one of the two-way guys to a full roster guy?
Yeah.
And the other one's going to be a vet?
Yeah. So I think it's just going to be Matt Ryan first, and then in 2 months, Matt Ryan will be out. Shamit will be in. Going to do a little switcheroo.
What if Matt Ryan's banging threes for us? We're going to have to reestablish. We're going to reestablish that.
Yeah. If the Knicks do a trade in the middle of the year, more money might be available where they could get another vet. But right now, they're cutting it so close.
Are we allowed to take in less money?
We have to. We can't do a trade where we get more money back.
Because here's the thing. While we were all chatting here, I'm going through all the rosters, the payrolls. There's no one at Mitch's salary that's 6'9" or in that range or above.
Oh no, Houston got a
that's
couple
even
guys.
available or looked
No, I
at.
mean Houston got a couple guys. You may have to.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Tari
Houston got a
Easton would be perfect.
Yeah,
Tari.
well, what I'm saying is all the guys that are of value make a lot less.
Yeah,
So that might be the route. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Houston
And,
definitely got
and
a
look,
couple
I know
guys.
we're talking about Mitch and get rid of Mitch. Some upset people, but
Yeah.
I'm not
hey,
saying that.
we want to win now.
Yeah,
We also have a team to run.
yeah, yeah. I think I think they have something up their sleeve. I think they have a
I know
plan.
they do.
Yeah, I think they have a plan.
I don't think so, bro.
And I wouldn't mind if we had Svi back. I tell you that. I miss Svi.
Yeah. Him, yeah.
I think he would have been pretty good
I think he'd have been perfect.
because he's
Oh,
basically like
the center from the summer.
he
No.
got him like 2 years ago. Svi,
The 6'7" shooter out of Michigan.
yeah, Michael Louis,
Oh.
Mikhailiuk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Svi McCullough. Yeah.
Yeah, the Jazz have him. They signed him for like 4 years. Oh, for never mind. He's with the Jazz. We ain't never get.
Yeah. I think there's a I think the Knicks have painted themselves in a corner by letting the calculator run the world.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, if they'd have just took Ryan Dunn, Pacom Dadier, and Tyler Kolek, we would have missed out on either Ariel Huckporty or Kev McCullough. But I have confidence that a smart front office could have pulled off a trade to get one of those dudes. Right?
Yeah, we had a bunch of second rounders.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We got rid of like 3 second rounders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My money is on the front office still being smart, even if they don't do what I ask them to do. Right? I don't believe that smart people aren't smart if they don't do what I tell them to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I like to give smart people credit for being smart. And I think the Knicks front office is smart.
Yeah. But wouldn't that have put like you're kind of drafting a guy for Josh's spot? Like he's kind of like,
what's the difference between signing a guy for Josh's spot?
I don't know. But I mean, he's a talent. He's a talent though. Ryan Dunn is definitely a talent and taller. But
Right.
But a guy who I don't know, at the time wasn't known for shooting.
Now the calculator guys were saying he wasn't known for shooting. The basketball guys were saying he can shoot, he just doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing. That was the narrative that was being thrown about. Like, oh, he can't shoot from people that didn't watch him play. Right? It's the same thing about Trey Murphy III. When Trey Murphy III was there, I was saying, hey, everybody, this dude might be a top 5 talent. Everybody laughed. Man, he's 21. How can he be there? Bro, Trey Murphy III can play, is what I was saying. And when we drafted Quentin Grimes, I immediately called that man a ham sandwich on the spot. I was like, yo, you didn't trade up one spot. You didn't trade up one spot in order to get Trey Murphy III. So you can draft a damn midnight shift vending machine ham sandwich with the mustard pack in it. And now that dude's on his 3rd team.
You heard the money he turned down?
That man gonna be moving luggage at the airport. Keep on.
He turned that money down. I was like, what is he thinking? I know you're betting on yourself, but don't do that.
Bro.
It was like, what was it, 4 years, 30? There's something like that.
That dude is gonna be the next Dennis Schroeder.
Uh,
Keep turning down money, bro. You and Dennis Schroeder both gonna be I'm gonna be asking people to cash app y'all.
You should have took that money and ran with it.
Because that was my thing is when Ryan Dunn was on the board, you could have drafted him, right, and paid him somewhere between $2.2 and $2.7 million, right? Now you can sign a veteran and prorate his salary, right? Right. You can sign him. You can wait on Landry Shamet because to me, I think the Landry Shamet injury is the best thing that could have happened to the Knicks, right? Because now they don't have to pay his full salary. They can wait till he get healthy, right? Give him a 10-day, see what he got, kick the can, massage this thing, and then when they have no other recourse, they can sign him to a fully guaranteed contract for the rest of the year. And on the books, it'll look like about $680,000, right? But what you did to the roster while you were massaging this Landry Shamet thing is Precious Achiuwa going out with a hamstring. Josh Hart is banged up. Mitch is banged up. Brunson's banged up. All of this stuff is happening. And while you play like you playing your starters, everybody is playing 2 or 3 extra minutes, and it don't seem like anything. It's death by how's the saying go?
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah. Instead of getting Ryan Dunn, who would have been in the rotation from the start with, you wouldn't have to worry about Pacom Dadier and Kev McCullough, right? In my opinion, and y'all know I love Pacom Dadier, right? He's already my heartstring. But when they called his name, I was surprised. I almost fainted. Fritz, were you on us draft night when you was there? When you was watching with us? When they called Pacom Dadier's name, Fritz had to come all the way to South Carolina and throw water on me, bro. I mean, real water now. Don't y'all freaky dudes, man. Yeah, y'all cut the So that man had when they called his name, I was like, this is a dream come true. But then I held it because they did the same thing with Ousmane Dieng the other year. They drafted Ousmane Dieng and then traded him to Oklahoma City in a weird trade back, so that they can clear money to get Isaiah Hartenstein. East Blue Drew, watch yourself. I see you. And East Blue Drew, see you play too much, man. See what I'm saying? Since all my coaches, they play too much, bro. Yeah, y'all take a little bit and run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. You know, we shouldn't sleep on, who else is down in the G League still?
Trier.
TJ Warren.
Yeah, he's around.
That's my heartstring, coach. I've been wanting him for years. That's my heartstring, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. Like if some move happens mid-year, I think it might.
What move are you thinking about?
Sims ain't on the roster.
Sims. Oh.
I think they're gonna do something December, January. They'll do something December, January. And let's see what's available, how much money is available.
Why would they do? What do they need, Coach? What does this team need?
Our team?
Yeah.
I just think it wouldn't hurt to have veteran depth.
Yo, Slime Shorty, man, relax. Y'all bugging out here. Y'all bugging in these streets, bro. Pause, bro. Pause. Yo, y'all.
I'll be honest with you. I'm actually okay with, because we're already young. Technically, our core is technically pretty young, so they're all in their prime, beginning of their prime, a couple of them. And every championship team can never have enough grizzled veterans, man. A couple of, because we already have enough young guys that are going to work for us. And I'm not saying Like we need another two guys like a Bogdanovich and Burks again. Like two guys like that. Like,
Yeah.
but a center slash power forward version of it and a wing version of it
Yeah.
of those guys. That's what I think we need on the bench. Like just, and it's not like we need it to be like this huge part of a rotation. We just need their presence and the insurance of them being there in case it's a long season. We need guys to kind of fill spots so we can make it through the season. And then there's going to be times in the playoffs. We're going to need guys that have been there before. There might be a game 3 against the Cavaliers, and we need some backup veteran to fill in about 18, 20 minutes a game because Precious or OG or somebody is like banged up for a game. You never know.
Yeah. I think we have a lot of finesse. We have a lot of skilled players, but like if it came down to we need players who mix it up, we just I just don't see that the toughness that we usually have.
We'll just put Matt Ryan in the game.
Yeah. So I mean the toughness factor. Someone who can balance out what Cat is at center.
And
Cat
now
balance that out. Balance
we're
that.
being extra selfish.
Yeah.
Really, with this conversation.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, 99% of the rest of this league don't have what we got already.
Yeah.
Right.
Top to bottom.
Yeah.
We're just trying to
looking for a special piece. Like
I mean, and Freezy says it all the time. Every year since we've been here, we've done something at the trade deadline that's turned our season around.
Yeah.
Or improved the team even more than it was improved.
Yeah. So, I mean that's what we need up front. Like, and it doesn't even have to be. I'm not even thinking like a star. Just
a solid role player.
Yeah.
We need like for instance, Campaign is not gonna win us games. But his stability and his ability, he's good enough to keep us from losing a game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Those are guys we need. We need game managers to break. Like all the wheels are going to fall off when they're playing. And I don't know. By mid-season, by the end of the season, maybe 2 of these rookies might be that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I know they seem like they have the ability. I mean, I like what I'm seeing from Up 40 and Dottie whenever they came and got a chance.
Yeah.
Kolek is a little more raw in some parts. I think he's ready in some phases. Like I don't think. Here's the thing. I don't think if Tyler Kolek had to play extended minutes for some reason, he ain't gonna. The only time he's gonna hurt us is if the other team has a super athletic point guard or on the ball defender that's going to give him problems or blow by him on the other side of the court. Other than that, he can do all the things he needs to do. Passing, shoot when he's open, bring the ball to the court. But for me, I really like what the team, how we look. I mean, yeah, it's easy to say we look great when one of the guys on our team goes off like Cat did. Who Cat scored the most points by a center since Patrick Ewing in 1998. Take that in. Cat just scored the most points the Knicks center has scored since Patrick Ewing was here.
Pat's been gone 20 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
More than that. Pat's been gone for 25 years.
Yeah.
Was Hartenstein's high is probably like 30, right? 30, 32.
What do you get? What do you get against getting Jokic? 30 and 16 or something?
I think Amare had some pretty good games in the 30s. He was here. But I can't think of another center that could score.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's been a role player position on this team for a long time. But anyway, we're getting back to Brunson a little bit.
Well, let me speak to you before we go to Brunson. Let me speak to your center point real quick. This is before we go to Brunson. Just want to chime in on your center point real quick. Every star in the league needs a solid backup, right?
Yeah.
You said no matter what star it is that has ever existed, there has been a player that's a notch below them that can do what they do on their team, right? Like no matter how great, no matter how you feel about Isaiah Thomas, the point guard from the Pistons, man, Joe Dumars can score that ball too if he wanted to. And they could play Joe Dumars and the guy from Milwaukee. What's the guy from Milwaukee? They got from Milwaukee, bro. The dude with coach, the dude with the ball head.
Mark Aguirre.
No, from Milwaukee.
Danny? Oh, Vinny Johnson?
Vinny Johnson, yeah. Yeah, Vinny Johnson, yeah.
Microwave.
The microwave, yeah. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that was like a little 3-guard rotation they had.
Yeah. Even so having a guy that may not do what Cat does specifically because Cat has number 1 pick talent, right? But I think the combination of Mitch and Precious can give you what Cat offers you. Mitch can give you his rebounding, and Precious can give you his flexibility around the court. Can they score like Cat? No, nobody can. And maybe 2 other centers in this league can score consistently like Cat. That's Embiid and Jokic. Right? But to say like, because basically what Landry Shamet and Matt Ryan are to me is Charlie Brown and DaQuan Jeffries. That's what we looking at, bro.
They're a little better than that.
I think all the players mentioned are better than Ryan, but I think Landry Shamet may be better. So if I rank them 1 through 4, it'd be Landry Shamet, DaQuan Jeffries, Charlie Brown, and Matt Ryan. If you just being honest, you know what I'm saying?
Natty Ice. Well, what were we thinking about Steve Novak when he came? Like, who the hell is this guy? And all of a sudden,
wasn't Steve Novak a sought after free agent? We saw that teams were like wanting Matt Ryan. I mean, not Matt Ryan. Steve Novak when he was in Houston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like people wanted him.
There was a couple players, yeah.
Because they had the only reason why I think they let him walk is because they had another Tom 6'10" shooter that did this was better. He was on the
I wish we had him nowadays.
The 2012 Houston. Let me see. 2012 Houston Rockets had. I'm sorry. 2011 Houston Rockets. I see his face.
We got him from the Spurs.
We got him from the Spurs. Okay.
That year. Well, he's with the Dallas and the Spurs that year. And then we signed him. He was with the Clippers before that.
Marcus Morris was on that team, bro. That Houston Rockets team. That's crazy.
Where it was in 07, 08?
No, I'm looking at the 2011, 2012. Kyle Lowry was on that team.
Mm.
God, the 11, 12 Knicks.
That's crazy, man. I'm looking at the Rockets. Let me see.
God, we were. I'm sorry. People overhype Melo too much to my eyes. I'm sorry. He was not a winner. I don't care how
Something
bad
Anderson. His last something Anderson was his name. The tall white guy.
Oh, Kyle Anderson.
Not Kyle Anderson. No, not Simba. I'm talking about the other guy. Something Anderson, bro. I cannot
Was it
remember.
another Anderson?
Oh, okay. Not Ryan Anderson.
Ryan Anderson.
Oh yeah, Ryan Anderson. Yeah.
That's him. That's the dude I was thinking about.
Yeah, you talking about a guy like that?
Yeah. A 6'10" shooter. Except Matt Ryan as a 6'6" shooter.
Yeah, there's plenty of them around.
Yeah, that's my point. That's the point. That's the point I'm getting at.
The only thing the Cleveland game, even though I know we didn't have our best game, I think we showed up that game, we would have beat them, no problem. But a team like that, team like Orlando, that's got a few extra bigs on their team. If we don't have Mitch back, those teams are going to give us problems.
Yeah. Houston got problems now. I'm sorry, Orlando got problems now.
I was gonna say, bro, is that a pun? Houston, we have a problem. Is that a pun?
Yeah.
Is that our big pun for the night?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Orlando's problems, they ain't got guards. They got nothing but big guys.
I know, but Paolo's out now.
Oh yeah, Paulo's out, man. Yeah. That dude, Franz Wagner, about to go crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Franz Wagner about to go, bro. Franz Wagner might make the All-Star team off this right here.
It's like, remember me,
bro? With all them guards on the floor, bro. That dude about to go bonkers, bro. Yeah. And so what do we have against Mitch? My main thing about Mitchell Robinson, and it has nothing to do with Mitch, it has everything to do with salary. That's my only thing. So it's not a Mitch thing. To me, it's a salary thing. When you have 65, 73, 75, $76 million in salary, bro, at center, and you only play one of them at a time.
Mm-hmm. You got to be solid. You got to be solid, or you got to bring something special.
And when you're in a league right now, because of the second apron, with what he's making, you can get one or two solid vets and a good young player for that kind of money he's making.
Yeah.
And in today's apron NBA salaries, there's quality veterans in rotations right now making $2-3 million.
Bro, you could almost trade for. I think you can almost trade for Andrew Wiggins with Mitch salary, bro. Fritz, is that correct?
No, not close. Wiggins is upper 20s.
Oh, I thought he was making 18. Okay, my bad, y'all.
Like Russell Westbrook is making $2.3 million.
Yeah, but
think about that.
You know, as bad as Mitch's value has gone down, and he's missed so many games in the current NBA climate, he would get a raise after his contract's over.
Yeah, he would.
He would still get a raise.
I mean, they're giving out 10, 11, $12 million like it's freaking nothing.
Yeah.
Season. Like, I can't believe some of the guys making 10 mil right now.
Yeah. I think
Then
it's
there's
just too much
some
value.
guys, I can't believe how little they're making.
Mhm.
But some of them is because they're young.
Yeah.
Well, when you look at the NBA salaries, some of the teams, you look at the rosters, there's 3 or 4 guys making all the money, and everyone else is all value.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
hope they're value.
Yeah. Well, this year was kind of like the first time like teams finally got to push back, and players were taking it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not giving you a max player. We're not giving you a max contract.
Like think about a team like Denver's going to be in play, obviously, in the West in the end, right?
Hmm.
So after their big 4 salary guys, Jokic, Murray, Porter, and Gordon, their next highest paid player is Zeke Naji, 8.8 million.
Hmm.
So Dario Saric's making 5, DeAndre Jordan's making 3,
Right.
Russell Westbrook's making 3. I mean, you got veteran guys taking peanuts right now.
Hmm.
And both those guys are in their rotation. I think DeAndre plays too much, but
Hmm.
I just don't understand. Like, we're kind of blessed. I mean, we have with what our front office did so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we just got a big chunk with Cat, but our starters, Hart's a value right now. McHale's still a value right now, and Brunson's still a value for this year. Mitch is our 6th highest paid player, and he ain't playing. Think about that.
Yeah.
Our 6th highest paid player is not playing. And Precious is our 7th highest paid player.
Right.
So it's unfortunately the parts of this league and parts of the game. It's a business, guys. You can't make moves and make decisions based on your heart and your heartstrings. And
Would you
hope.
trade Mitch for the struggling kid in Chicago?
Who's struggling?
The 6'7" guy.
Ooh. Oh,
Patrick Williams.
I would, because he's salary rebounder. Even
Right.
even if he doesn't even if he doesn't blow up, he's still not way overpaid. They got a good deal. Like, I think he almost gets paid mid-level exception.
Right.
Yeah. Like, they got like a value for a rookie extension.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Well, the Knicks are thinking forward, so Knicks are in a good spot this year. In the next few years, they're even good for expansion draft. Like, I think they're just looking that far forward. Like,
Expansion
Like,
draft.
yeah,
did the league say they were considering expansion?
yeah, they're gonna announce it this year. Seattle and Vegas, probably, most likely. Two coming in, and
Man, you know, I wouldn't mind still having right now with this roster rotation. Bobby Portis.
hmm yeah,
Bro, he would fit perfect in what we're doing.
they
What we need.
Yeah, he acting like he wanted to get traded this summer, but I guess he was posturing.
Right.
Because I mean, I don't know, and like I said, he just fits that size, he can shoot.
Yeah,
He's
four or
not too
five.
clumsy.
Yeah,
That's the kind. But me looking through the league right now, those guys are not around much. There aren't many of them.
no, they want you to
It's like
shoot. Or
most of the 6'10", most of the guys his size now are like thin and like
shooters.
more like, yeah, they're almost like small forward types in a power forward's frame. They're not as thick. They're not beefing up anymore.
Okay,
There
so
aren't
yeah,
many, there aren't many Randalls in the league.
no. So it's late October, early November, and I'm going to throw a name out there that I want you guys to keep an eye out for in the draft. And so I do this every year around this time. Usually Dre will be here to argue me down and tell me I'm stupid, but since he's not, I'm gonna throw his name out there. So I probably have about 10 guys that I want y'all to pay attention to. And I'm just gonna name one of them tonight. And his name is Kanan Catchings. Last year around this time, I think I mentioned Ryan Dunn. I don't think I said Pakam Dadie's name, even though he was on my list. I don't think I said Pakam Dadie's name heavy until about March.
Say the name again, Freeze.
Kanan Catchings is Kanonca Catchings.
Here's the guy I want you guys to look at.
Yo, so Dre is here. My bad.
Cooper Flag.
My bad.
Oh, he's that kid who went to BYU.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw a video on him.
Kanan Catchings. My thing is he's not gonna be Pakam Dadie-ish. I think he's gonna be more of
Durantish. That's what he reminds me of.
I think he's gonna be more big, strong wing that can defend and shoot the three.
Yeah.
James Posey-ish is what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
For those that remember, y'all remember James Posey?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think that's
defender.
what he's going to be like, something like that. Once he puts weight on.
Yeah. It's a deep draft this year. I don't know if we're gonna have a pick, but it's a deep draft.
I plan on having the last pick of the draft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kanan Catchings, that's his name. I don't know why my thing is acting up.
He looks the part.
Yeah. Put that name, Knicks fans, Lawrence says, put that name on your radar. Y'all heard it here first. Before people start saying, yo, I was all on Kanan Catchings since such and such. No, y'all wasn't. Y'all was talking about Cat was soft.
Hey, there's this dude, Cooper Flag. Y'all gotta check him out. That dude. That kid's for real,
You can
bro.
imagine, Coach, I ain't gonna lie to you. If the Knicks draft or find a way to get Kanan, say, for instance, Kanan Catchings falls to the second round, and the Knicks are able to piece something together and get Kanan Catchings. Right now, you're looking at two 20-year-olds with starter upside in 2 years, backing up Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, and we won't have these Matt Ryan conversations, right? Because both will be Both to be on cheap contracts. Both to be 6'9" athletic wings that come in and play a specific role. And when those dudes' contracts run out, Kanan Catchings and Pakam Dadier will be 22 years old or 23 years old, something like that.
I want that Duke, that South Sudan center. That's at Duke. I want him to fall.
He not balling right now. He's got a broken a sprained wrist, so he can't even catch the basketball. But that dude moves like a dude has moves like Jagger, bro.
Yeah, and he's like 7'2", like 250, 260.
And the funny thing is, when they said he was 255, and I looked at it, I was like, that's bullshit, bro. Ain't no way that man weighed no 255. The way he moved and the way you like, man, that dude's probably every bit of like 238, 237, something like that. That's that college weight. You know how college lists a dude like 7'4", 300 pounds, and you see him in person at like 6'9", 245. Yeah.
There's another kid on UIU from Russia.
Yeah.
With him.
Yeah.
But, his name.
Oh,
Igor Demine or something.
Yeah.
He's like 6'9". He's like a Hito Turkoglu kind of
smooth
guy.
Let me play Dre intro so that y'all can get in y'all fighting mode, right? I'm gonna play Dre intro so y'all can look like y'all can look like Chris Jericho, shocked in the face, like, how dare he come out while we.
Hey. Salute. It's always funny hearing Coach when he gets excited about prospects. He gets all giddy. It's like,
I found something.
It's like, hey man, 6'7", 260.
He's 7'2".
Bro, he don't even
well, I know this don't sound right, but we always joke about it, coaches. We get what's called a coach's boner.
Yeah. You're one in a million.
With guys like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you see, and he fast too.
Them dudes that come off the bus, you're like, whoa.
Ooh.
They just look like avatars. They look like real people. The hell's this guy?
Dre, that's his name, bro. Kanan Catchings.
Well, what's his background? Where's he from?
You gonna have to research him, bro. You're gonna have to look him up, bro. I promise you. That's the surprise part for me. That's the part that I get.
But here's the problem. How do I spell his name?
It's Kanon. It's in the chat, bro.
Oh, I missed it. My bad.
Well, I'll put it this way. You know what's good for us is out of all the first round projected players, like I've been seeing, there's only 2 or 3 of them under 6'9".
Hey man, them Mormons be spending that bread for them prospects, Freezy.
Yeah, man.
I think they got like a billionaire booster, I believe.
Oh,
like, and that's
everyone's 6'9" and above in the first round projected prospect, except for like 2 or 3 guys.
Except for that, yeah.
I think to the point Fritz was making, expansion draft is probably going to be like 3 years out from now, I believe, around 3 years. I think they're looking forward to putting the team in Vegas by like 29, 30, one of those years.
I think Vegas is going to be the 3rd team that they get. I think they're going to restore 2 old teams.
Yeah, Seattle.
Like
I don't know if they're going to do 3 though. I think they're going to do 2. I think Seattle and Vegas. That's it.
Yeah.
I think it's easier for leagues to do even numbers, especially for scheduling. in a league that has 82 games rather than you add 3, then it's 33 teams. It's a little
Yeah.
awkward for
Nah,
seeding, and it's a little
I
awkward for divisions.
I feel you on that part. I feel you on that part. Where I don't though agree is I think adding the odd number gives teams an extra night off. Say if 16 if there are 16 games, right, then that means that one team is not playing. That means one team is off. Right? That's the way I see it. And now maybe I'm wrong. And I may be wrong. I'm just
In
saying
theory, maybe, or
Yeah.
it could just be one extra night that you have to play. That could be scheduled that isn't normally scheduled. Another back to back
Yeah.
put in somewhere. Like, think,
Yeah.
think,
I think
uh,
I
go
think
ahead,
the
go ahead.
plan is to put one team at a time.
You think it's gonna be one and then one? I don't. You
One
think they're
and
not
then one.
adding two? Because
no.
like,
We,
well, because
we,
if we're talking expansion draft, it'll be pretty chaotic to put two
we're
at the
gonna
same
draft
time.
another Knox. Is what we're gonna do. Wow,
Oh my god,
Carter Knox.
Kevin Knox gonna be in the
Young,
G League draft again in 2029.
is he? Kevin Knox's younger brother plays.
Is he sorry or is he good?
Yeah, they say he's gonna be in the draft next year. He's in Arkansas right now.
They always say the younger brother is gonna be better. Man, Marcus Vick can actually pass. Yeah, remember Marcus Vick? You remember Marcus Vick?
He was more physically gifted, but he also was not disciplined whatsoever, and he had like a temper issue, right? Didn't he? I think he was a pretty
Wait a
violent
minute,
dude.
he was more physically gifted than Michael Vick.
Well, not speed wise, but he was bigger than Vic. Not,
Come on, Marcus.
Was he more skilled than Michael Vick though?
I don't know. Subjective.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When I meant physically gifted, I meant like physically bigger. But of course, Vic was like 5'11" on a good day,
Yeah.
but he could run a 4.2.
I saw that dude, bro. I saw that dude. And he looked like the most shredded NFL player you ever saw in your life, bro. Michael Vick legit looked like you ever been at work and somebody took all the rubber bands and made a rubber band ball out of it? Yeah, coach, you ever been there, like somebody just do that? Make a rubber band ball out of rubber bands?
Mhm.
That's what Michael Vick looked like when I saw him, bro.
It was a wound up muscle, like he just.
Yep. Hey, Fritz, you think the NBA is gonna do 2 expansion drafts in 3 years, or just do 1 expansion draft?
I think it has to be 2 because it's too much in 1 year. Because you can the way it usually they said they might even have to redo the rules because there's more players on the team now than when last time they did the draft. I think last time they did the draft there used to be only 13 players on the roster.
Now it's 15.
Now it's 15, so they might have to redo those rules because before you can only protect 5 players.
Right.
But I also think like right now it's probably easier to like the idea of having 2 expansion drafts is probably easier than thinking about it in the 90s because the international pool is just way, way, way bigger now. Like the pool of actual basketball players is a lot larger, and every year somebody's like losing their
There's
job.
gonna be more international guys drafted in the first round this next year.
Mm.
There's like 180 international dudes right now in the league.
Yeah. And last time they did the draft, like everybody didn't want their guy to get picked. They said this time around, like teams are gonna be like asking for them to take players. Like it'll be different. It's gonna be wheeling and dealing. This is gonna be
You want to hear something that's gonna be crazy?
Yeah.
We're gonna have over these next few years. There's gonna be a whole generation of players. Like we're gonna be swapping play. Like guys from the U.S. that just can't make it. They're all gonna go over there.
Yeah.
Their
Like,
market, right? Like they're flooding this one.
yeah. I was gonna say like to compare it, like I saw like a statistic. Like the 92 Dream Team played 9 NBA players. The 2024 US team played 61 NBA players internationally. on other teams.
There were some teams that had 8 or 9 NBA players on their one team.
Yeah.
Canada. Yeah.
France had it.
So it's one of those things where I think the pool of players just out there, just flown about. Like, I'll say this easy, like a Markel Fultz-esque player would not be without a job in the 90s. But now,
Right
like,
now,
the pool is just so large, he can't even find a job right now. And more guys keep coming in every year.
Yeah, comment.
Right.
But, well,
I think
you know what it is. Go ahead.
I was going to say the smart thing to do, in my opinion, bring in 3 teams, right? On top of that, get rid of the 2-way contracts, right? If we do an expansion draft, I don't want no more 2-way contracts, bro. You do away with it.
But
right?
it's
I
to
don't,
help the G League out.
huh?
Two-way players, two-way really helped the G League.
No, it had the affiliation part of it, right? But I don't want any more Exhibit 9, Exhibit 10, 2-way contracts, bro. And then what I also want you to do is introduce the 3rd round of the draft back.
That's the one I've always wanted back.
And so 1st round picks and 2nd round picks can actually have value, right?
Oh no, when you're done.
No, go ahead.
No, I said just the one rule I want. I want just the ability to send a kid back to school. that's the only one. Like, yo, I drafted you, but I'm gonna send you back to school.
Right. Right.
And just do away with the school rule. That's the dumbest rule of them all. Or the 1-year rule. Come on. Really?
Yeah.
What country are we in? I'm not a fan of it. If a kid's ready, he's ready. Yeah. He's an adult. He can play, he can play. Let him play. If he can't, then shame on the NBA team or take a chance on him.
Right. I'm a fan of it in basketball and in baseball, right? Why you got to hold somebody rights for 6 years in baseball, right? Yeah. I'm not a fan of it for the NFL because I don't want 19-year-olds walking around with 7 concussions.
No, I get that.
Yeah, that's just how I feel. Now, y'all might feel a different way about it, and if you do, I don't, I don't want to fight, right?
But I had already had them getting concussions already by 19. Most of the players have them concussions already by then, especially they were the best player on the team. They have more reps than anybody. Right. Because that's why I respect the longevity of some of these guys in the NFL that can play that long. They don't understand the mileage these guys already got on them physically before they even get to the league.
Like Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Mediocre.
That's the reason. Hey, Mr. Mediocre won tonight. But my thing on that is this: like, with the U.S. is just now. We're so behind Europe in developing and having young players ready. Like, because over there, coming out of middle school, once they see a kid that's the path he's taken, they put him in an academy right away, and his first job is basketball, and then he's doing school on the side.
Right.
We try to hide behind this whole tradition here in the U.S. There's student athletes. Get the hell out of here. These dudes are making more money in college now than some professional guys now. Don't give me that student athlete crap.
They're making more than vet men guys.
Yeah, they are.
The high level college athletes.
So. And I'm okay with that. Call it what it is. NCAA hides behind this crap for years now. Right. Just let it be. Let the NCAA be the minor leagues, man. Whatever. And then the G League, the G League's the next step up after that.
I'm waiting for the next Tim Tebow-esque caricature that knows they won't really be good at the next level, but they can milk. They can milk the NIL.
Yeah, well, there's some guy. Look, but now the perfect example are the Gonzagas of the world in basketball, the Boise States. Those teams are relevant because they find these guys that are willing to stay in school and play as a team for 4 or 5 years in that system.
Yeah.
Like that honestly, the key to winning championships now in college is it's not even in football. Yeah, you got to get lucky getting the right friggin' transfer portal guys, but there's no sense even trying to recruit 5-star guys anymore because they're going to leave you in a year or two.
Unless you got the money for it. Like
Yeah,
if
well,
you're the
there's
Dukes
that
of the
too,
world
though.
where you could just replenish 5 stars every year because your alumni has a crazy amount of boosters and support.
But if you get a team of a bunch of 3 and 4 stars that ain't in a rush to get into the league yet, and they stay there the whole time, then all of a sudden you got a program. You know?
True.
So, but
The only thing though is how long do you want to be Notre Dame?
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, Notre Dame has to turn the corner, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? At some point, Notre Dame has to win a championship because the 10-3, 9-4, 11-2 type years are only going to last so long before somebody says, "Damn, man, I'm tired of losing to Michigan and Ohio State every year." All right, Michigan went through it. Michigan every year, Michigan was what 11-2, 10-3. Lose to Ohio State. Ohio State have some combination of 2 first-round receivers and a first-round quarterback every year, no matter who. Chris Olave, Terry McLaurin, C.J. Stroud, that dude the Bears drafted that one time that's a bust. He's a backup in Pittsburgh. Whatever quarterback it is.
You know damn well you know that man name.
I don't know who that dude is. I don't know who that is.
That experiment died out quick. Russell Wilson came back and had a good game. Forgot about Hurts now.
They got that man out the paint so fast. Cold-blooded.
Right. And the irony is I think he'd be headed for a big payday if the offensive line didn't hold every time George Pickens caught a touchdown. Like George Pickens would legit have like 14 touchdowns right now if the line every time he catch a touchdown, he just turn around and look, and the referee be like, holding number something something something. I don't him. They just call back George Pickens touchdowns all the time.
I would use Jalen Hurts like they used to use Slash before he became a QB. Because he's too talented as a runner.
Who's that? Cordell Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Cordell
would have made a lot of money in today's league.
Remember, Fran Tarkenton used to be that, bro. Jalen Hurts. Like a dude that just run around and just
bench press
Fran
half
Tarkenton,
team.
bro, would throw for 300 yards and run for like 50 yards. People forget about that.
Taysom Hill is still playing. I saw he had a block punt. Yeah, he's still playing special teams too. He's the third string quarterback.
Might be the greatest utility football player ever. Not even might. He is. I've never seen a guy like do that many different things.
Oh, Taysom Hill?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, you would take Taysom Hill over Mike Pritchard. Remember Mike Pritchard? Number 35 from the Falcons. He played
him.
Yeah, he played quarterback, receiver, running back, special teams, punt return, kick return. He was there with Jeff George, Andre Rison, and all them guys.
They'd have made Taysom Hill quarterback, tight end, running back, fullback, gunner, returner, punt returner.
And the thing, they need to make a documentary or a movie about Taysom Hill. You saw what he went through in college?
No, I don't know.
He had 3 season-ending injuries.
Damn.
College quarterback. and he still came back and stuck to it.
Why do you even still try at that point?
I know.
This why I was like, football players aren't wound too tight, man. No offense. No offense, coach.
No, we're not. They're well. Here's the thing. It's like a drug that you can't. You can. That's why a lot of times guys don't know how to retire.
It's like gladiatorship. It's like some sort of adrenaline that you feel.
Yeah, because eventually, it gets ingrained in you so much that.
And then the teamwork aspect that people
Can't
get
let it go.
addicted to.
Look at Tom Brady. He couldn't. He didn't want to retire.
That man had to get divorced because he wouldn't leave.
Bro, it's,
Like that dude. Yeah.
yeah, coach, I ain't gonna lie to you. So I know I tell this story all the time, but I used to box like in the early 90s. Like I was in the early 90s, I was kind of halfway decent, almost a little bit. Like I could almost sneak onto like a main event in Colombia. I almost that good, but politics. And so every now and then, like what Coach said, right? That's like a thing. You just born to do it, right? Like I remember going in the ring and not even know who it is, wondering why I'm there, and then like a dude to hit you with a shot, bam, and he wake you up, and you like, oh, that's exactly what I needed to get me back in the joint, and then you go ahead and win, right? But before that, you like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? My girl was tripping tonight, man. My gaslight on. You think about everything in the world, and then a dude hits you with a haymaker on your chin, and you just see like coach. You ever been punched so hard? It's like everything slow down. It's like that dream sequence, like on the soap operas. Like you just be dazed. You step back, like why is everybody yelling at me? What's good? Why are they jumping up? Why that girl over there crying? Meanwhile, a dude that's like 200 pounds and some change running at you, trying to knock your head off. And you just like doing little stuff that you doing your little drill. They're like, oh man, I should be out here moving around, man. Move your head. And the dude missing by the grace of God, he's swinging and missing. You know what I'm saying? And so it's the same thing, like what Coach was saying about the football players. Like there were dudes legit. I remember Chuck Cecil hit a dude so hard that he knocked like 2 people out of the game and himself. Y'all remember Chuck Cecil used to play safety?
Yeah.
Like he
Cardinals.
Sounds like you're describing something Ronnie Lott would do.
Chuck Cecil was probably big, probably faster and more aggressive than John Lynch, but he couldn't cover. Like Chuck Cecil couldn't cover a picnic table.
So
right?
He was a linebacker in today's game.
Right. But if he ever sized somebody up, bro, he would like knock that. He was the intimidator, bro. The reason why he's not a Hall of Famer is because he couldn't cover, he couldn't catch. He was just a DB-sized guy that was a headhunter, right? Like back in the day, it used to be this kid in that used to go to high school where a place where I used to live, right? He was a coach. He was about how often do you see a 6'3" safety in high school? 6'3", about 210 in high school.
They don't even have
right?
many 6'3" safeties right now in the NFL.
I played against one.
Oh yeah.
His name was Dante Culpepper.
Oh. Dante was a 2-way player?
Yeah, he played safety when he was because Dante is younger than me, so he was like a sophomore when I was a senior. Okay. And he was playing safety too. But he was like he was in that safety like maybe half the time.
Yeah.
On important plays.
Yeah.
I know he was
still the starting QB on the other end, and he was already 6'3", 6'4" back then.
Yeah. Cause this kid named Marcus Coleman, if he out there somewhere, it's a kid named Marcus Coleman. He wound up going to the University of South Carolina or somewhere. But coach, every time he walked off the sideline, now mind you, this is a high school game, and they were so good when he was there. They used to have about 6,000 people at the high school game, bro. 6,000 people at the house.
I played in front of 8,000 before,
bro.
Florida.
Yeah, bro. And this is every night, and this every Friday night, bro. Every time he walked on the field, everybody would stand up and do this thing, like they'd be pulling this thing, and they used to chant "Head Hunter, Head Hunter," and no matter what school came in there, the receivers would be so scared because back then, this is like the early 90s, so there was like no real thing. So it was like legendary. Like this dude was like a junior in the sophomore, when he was a sophomore in the state championship game. A kid from I forget the name of the school, but this kid was a receiver going to Tennessee. This is back when Tennessee was somebody, right? This dude caught a pass and juked my cousin out of his shoes. And I'm talking about my blood cousin. We still joke to this day. You talking about, yo, Marcus saved your life, bro. Like he juked my cousin out of his shoes, right? And Marcus hit that man so hard, right? That man laid on the field. He didn't go to college, bro. That dude walked off the field, and we ain't never seen that dude again, bro. The ambulance had to come on the field. Like they pulled the ambulance up by the sidelines, and they were trying to get him on. You know the little thing you carry with the player be on it, halfway hanging off, leg hanging off. And bro, we ain't never seen that dude again, bro. I'm talking about, I ain't never seen that dude. When I say again, I don't mean on the football field, bro. I'm talking about anywhere. Like, I ain't never seen that dude nowhere ever again, bro. I don't think he went to Tennessee. I don't think he played football no more after that, bro. And after that, in the state championship game, Cat started calling him headhunter, right? And the ref was ready to, every time that dude hits, they ready to throw the flag, right? But he was just, man, he would just lay people out. The quarterbacks couldn't even throw the football, bro. The quarterbacks wouldn't throw nothing over the middle. And that man had offers, bro. I saw what's his name? Lou Holtz and the coach from I forget the dude from, what's the blonde dude from Colorado? Not you know who I'm talking about. I think he took the UCLA job one year.
Yeah, I see his face. I was red in the face. Like
he was there when Cordell Stewart and Michael Westbrook and all them were there. Rick Neuheisel, is that his name?
I think so. It's something I know you're talking about though.
I saw him in their canteen. I was like, "Hey, what's up, fellas?" And they was like, "Hey, man, you saw Marcus?" I was like, "Marcus? Yeah, Marcus. You know, say Marcus. Y'all looking for him?" And I was like, "He over there." And the dude, coach, bro, smartest dude, bro. The dude had like a 3.9 in school. All the girls liked him, played instruments, all that stuff, bro. He just went to Carolina and he turned out to be, it ain't what he liked. Right?
Damn.
Yeah, man. It was crazy.
I remember halfway through the third quarter, I stiff armed Dante's back of his head to the turf, and he didn't play safety the rest of that game.
But I bet he dunked on you in basketball season, though.
Oh, hell yeah, he did. I was literally about to say that too. He dunked on. We were in the Kingdom of the Sun basketball tournament that they have in Ocala all the time, and he played, and he dunked. I mean, I don't know if it was on me because I was weird. I was kind of like a small forward, power forward, but I was only 6 foot tall.
Right.
But
in high school, yeah, that's good size in high school.
But I can jump. You know what I'm saying? I can dunk with 2 hands, like off the ground. I can dunk. You know, I was able to jump like that because really, if you can squat a lot, you can jump. Yeah. That's what I was able to do.
Yeah, I was the free throw guy, bro.
But we had a guy
not like that, but I could hit the hell out some.
I know Coach had calves bigger than some dudes' arms, man.
Lonzo
they're still big, bro. I got some Popeye calves. Still, that's the only thing on my body that's still pretty good. That's why I like to wear shorts still.
Hey, ladies, watch this.
Bro, I'm mad at my parents because I was meant to be taller because I wear a size 15 shoe.
God damn.
Yeah, I got like Yeti feet, but I never grew into my feet.
God damn, coach. What's going on?
My sister, she's like 5'11". I got a tall sister. She played basketball.
Hey, wow. Coach, if you had knee problems now, if you were taller, it would have been even worse if you were playing football, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew I wasn't tall.
Hell yeah, flex, man. I'm a has-been. I'd rather be a has-been than it never was.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Glory
I mean, I was
days
a
were
little
actually
something.
had.
I played 2 years of the Arena League. I played for like 3 or 4 weeks on the Bucks practice squad. You know,
You were in the Arena
that
League?
was it.
What team?
Yeah, I was the Bucks.
Oh, no, I'm saying the
Like
Arena
98.
League. Arena League.
Oh yeah, Orlando Predators.
Yeah.
I remember the Arena
My
League.
last year there was Jay Gruden's first year.
Okay.
Jay Gruden was a quarterback head coach.
He had to be young back then.
Yeah, he was football age.
Yeah.
I mean, Jay Gruden's like 50 now, I think, or
Yeah.
I forget what how old he is now. But I'm
Like
49.
dudes that end up like football coaches, dudes been lifers
Yeah.
from like
Mhm.
that's all they care about, man. They don't care about nothing else.
I mean, I personally love, like, I was like at that time I was like 275 when I went into the Arena League. So when I was at the trials for Orlando, I ran a 4.71, and I was like
At
275.
275? Wow.
Dude was a moving bus, man. Like
Yeah, I was like
wanted to
Bettis.
get in your way once you got going.
Back then I was like Bettis, but like I played like sometimes I played D line or like a middle linebacker on goal line. And then I was like a short yardage goal line back sometimes. You know, it was like that was the two-way part of it.
Bro, and then, yeah, that's impressive, bro. I ain't never got
4.7 at
Wow.
270 is crazy.
Yeah. I was because my senior year of high school, between my junior and senior year, it was when the first time, because they used to actually back then colleges were allowed to have summer camp, and like they would ask some recruits to come there, right? So where I lived, I was right by the Gators, so I was invited to their summer camp, and they just had the first. You're like, oh, you got the laser time, you know.
Yeah.
That was the first time I started doing the laser 40 and everything. And I weighed in at 238. This was like between my junior and senior year. I was 238 and I ran a 4.53 laser.
Wow.
Yeah, at that weight, which is pretty fast.
That's really fast, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
Coach, how many times you made a guy make a business decision when they seen you coming?
Say it again.
How many times have guys made a business decision when they seen you coming downhill?
Oh, I'm not saying this just to boast or make a lie. You can call anyone from my old school days or whatever. I've never been tackled backwards. I'll put it that way. Like, I never did this. Like when I got tackled, I was always
falling forward. You were always falling forward.
But what I used to do is, and some running backs don't do this for some reason. The whole first quarter and a half, I purposely was trucking people.
So it got
then,
easier at the end of the game.
Yeah, but then by the second half, they get tired of tackling me. Then they kind of like hesitate for a second and like whoop whoop on them. You know what I'm saying? Then I start in the second half. That's where I got most of my yards. I would cut on them.
Yeah.
Do a little spin move. To the house.
And you can tell if somebody played football or not, man. If you ain't got like scratches or cherries on you, you ain't did nothing. You ain't did nothing, bro.
Battle scars.
Yeah, if you ain't got no like the little
I got this arm. I got a wait, I don't know. See, I got this keloid scar here from a helmet went across my.
Oh
wow.
Hey,
my legs, my fingers are. If you ain't got about 2 or 3 jacked up fingers, you ain't never played.
You ain't never did nothing. I got knuckles like that, coach, that a push back or whatever.
I can't even bend this finger all the way. I got to really push it to bend it.
Right.
I always wondered when they say like going into training camp or things of that nature, you gotta be able to figure out a way to get in shape just to take hits. Like you gotta be in hit shape.
Well, that's why if you look at football players, even the guys that are smaller, quote unquote, they just have this layer of just muscle on them that you just ain't used to seeing. Like you gotta have
it's like callus everywhere.
you gotta have natural padding. Like it's nice to have the pads on you, but you can't pad yourself from head to toe. I mean, they used to try to do that. Them old '70s guys used to have them ugly white forearm pads and the ones on the hands and stuff.
Shoulder pads are big as
That
hell
was all
for no reason.
constricting. Yeah, I mean, see, my generation was the last of the big ass shoulder pads. Like, even Dion and them used to have bigger ones. They made them look bigger than they were. And then you add the neck roll.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
the neck roll was hideous.
You get a guy that's only about 200, look like about 240 with all that stuff on.
Yeah, I did looking like Bosworth.
Yep.
Yeah. But
I guess it was
what we
supposed
used
to be like intimidating, but it just looks silly, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I was blessed. I played in Florida, man. It was every team I played against had about 4 or 5 guys that went.
And you were playing in Florida Heat as well, which is
Well,
Insane.
there's a reason why. Well, number one, Florida, Texas, and California, they're super populated, so you're gonna have more numbers, but there's more volume of players because you can just play all year round. You can train all year round down there because of the weather.
that makes
Right.
complete sense.
That's why they got all that speed down there too. Like every halfway decent sized town in Florida has some ex-player, that NFL player that's kind of retired, and they come down and they run speed camps.
Yeah, well, Coach, let me ask you this: who's the best running back you ever saw?
In the league, or just overall, or in person, or
No,
in my
overall,
life,
whoever. I don't
just
care.
watching them?
Yeah, whoever.
I don't know why. I've always had a soft spot in my heart. Just Walter Payton, man.
Yep.
He's just like, if you really look at what he did, man, that dude was ridiculous. Now, as far as the guy that was made to play running back, and
Terrell Davis, bro.
no, like actually, the guy that I feel had the most running back talent and the perfect size combo and speed and everything. I mean, besides obviously Bo Jackson, he's a freak.
Right.
But you're gonna be surprised by his name, but Adrian Peterson.
I knew you were gonna say it. I was thinking it the whole time, man.
Yep, big
Bro.
boy. Yep.
That dude,
He could have
even
went to the
after
league
injury,
at 19. Like he didn't even have to go to college.
yeah, Adrian Peterson. But as far as this overall talent and everything they can do, Marshall Faulk is another one for me. That's up there.
Coach, I want to
What he
ask you
can
a
do
question.
receiving and running back.
Coach, I want to ask you a question. What running back you think maximized their talent the most? Like they weren't necessarily the most gifted, but they got everything.
Oh,
out of their
easy.
body.
That's easy. That's the easiest question. Matt Forte.
I say Curtis Martin.
Yeah, remember Matt Forte? Oh, Curtis Martin too.
It's up there too.
Yeah, remember Matt Forte? Matt Forte 1 year.
Yeah,
was
but
beating
Matt
the
Forte
Valley
was
Cricket.
like, he
Matt
had
Forte's
ridiculous
hands
size.
though was probably some of the best hands a running back has ever had.
Like Forte had pretty ridiculous size, and he was like
he was a smooth runner, bro. He was a smooth runner. He never looked like he was being rushed.
Now, if you want to talk about an most underrated running back that don't get enough props,
I have a favorite, but
Fred Taylor. Yeah, I say Fred Taylor.
Oh yeah,
Fred. Would you say Fred?
No, yeah, Fred is one of my favorites. Fred and Edgerrin James.
Oh yeah, Edge. He's. Yeah. I mean, you put Frank Gore in that mix,
right?
That's just like guys like Frank Gore, Emmitt Smith to me. Even though I know he's got the rushing record, that record won't ever be broken. I'm sorry.
Right. No, not now.
The game's just not played that way anyway.
He is the most durable football player that's ever played.
Yep.
You
Plus,
gotta
not
have
only
extreme durability, and you gotta have great lines to play behind for a long time.
because Emmitt Smith came up in an era where the running back got the ball a lot,
Yeah.
like
40 touches.
25, 30 times a game. And this dude went from he had the US, the record in the whole US for rushing at one time. He's from Tallahassee. He went to Pensacola, I think. Went to Escambia High School, I think. It used to be 8,800 something yards. He used to have now a bunch of kids went up over 10,000. Derrick Henry went crazy, but he used to have the high school all-time rushing record, and then he had the college all-time rushing record at one time, and then the NFL rushing record. You know how many miles that dude has in his body?
Yeah.
And that dude still played.
I think one of my favorites was Clinton Portis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
speed,
Oh, yeah.
bro. Speed. Yeah, man.
Kid Bro Sweets.
Yeah.
I used to love when he did them characters.
Yeah, the characters on media day,
NFL.
during interview day. Yeah.
But I think Derrick Henry's probably going to be the last running back to be a first ballot Hall of Famer for a long time. And if you look at his numbers on the trajectory,
Maybe
he's going to be the last first ballot Hall of Fame running back. The way the game is going,
That makes sense. Even Christian McCaffrey, no.
he's hurt right now. If Christian
McCaffrey might be turning into Gale Sayers.
Like if Christian McCaffrey is hurt right now and he never returns for him, he's not going to be first ballot.
Okay.
Because like even at his peak is amazing, but he doesn't have the compiled statistics that Derrick Henry had.
Right.
Derrick Henry's at 10K, like above 10K, or he's pushing it. He's in that territory.
I think Joe Mixon's going to eventually be.
You think Joe Mixon's going to make it?
Yeah, he's been. Yeah, because he's had production since day one. He's just going to keep producing until he retires. Same with Saquon. But those are the last three old, give them
bell cow
running back types. Yeah, I think those are the only three in the league. I can't think of any other one.
Yeah, Derrick Henry has 900 yards already this year in 8 games.
Yeah, that man's gonna be. I think the smoothest running back that I've probably ever seen, like to make it look effortless, Fred Taylor. I think somebody told a story one time that Fred Taylor was out partying one night and a dude banged on his dorm room to race him, and they got Fred up out the bed, and Fred raced the dude half asleep and beat him, and they clocked Fred at 4.37 out the bed.
I believe it.
Now, Fred was a big back too. He wasn't a little.
And I'm not saying that Fred is the biggest the best big running back ever, because there's your Eric Dickerson. You remember Dalton Hilliard?
Mm-hmm.
You remember Deuce McAllister?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So there's been some really good big backs, man. Derrick Henry, but man, Fred Taylor, bro. I saw him turn the corner on the Giants in Giant Stadium, bro. It don't make no sense, bro. Jason Sehorn almost lost his pants, bro.
When people talk about smooth running backs, they usually mention guys like Gale Sayers in terms of their running style or their gait.
Yeah, that's true.
You know who else was nasty? I always forget to bring up is LaDainian.
Yeah.
You know who people sleep on, Coach, though? Because they sleep on LaDainian. Why do people not bring up Ricky Waters? Is it like a taste thing?
What about
how much production did he have? Oh, Earl Campbell was freaking. Forget about it. That dude, that's one guy he can play today.
Big and fast, bro.
You didn't say Marcus Allen.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson's another one, boy. He was
the juice.
Yeah,
If it,
Marcus Allen was nice when he was old.
Marcus Allen was nice. Yeah, man.
But even when he was old, he was nice.
look, Marcus Allen would have been held. What's his name? Al Davis screwed up about 4 years of his career.
Yeah, Allen Davis need to be.
Like
Yo,
Marcus Allen.
it was smooth.
Oh yeah.
Let's know. Priest Holmes was. You
Ugh.
couldn't keep Priest Holmes out the end zone.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, the guy that was, if you went into a lab and made one though,
Very. Yeah.
it's got to be Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Bo Jackson said he ran a 4.13 40.
A 4.13.
That's what he said. He ran a 4.13, and then he said they couldn't believe it, and so he went back and ran it again, but he was tired, so he ran a 4.18.
Big as he is.
I think Bo Jackson ass lying like a motherfucker, but I wasn't there. 4.13, and he was tired, so he ran a 4.18.
4.2s though.
Bro, do you know how fast you have to be to run a 4.13? Now, true story.
That's Olympic speed.
Yeah, bro.
It's Olympic gold medal speed.
True story. I saw Bo Jackson in center field run down a ball in right field. True story. I saw that. Now I didn't see it with my own. When I say I saw it with my own eyes, I saw it on TV. Right? Bo Jackson was playing center field, and the Royals had a dude named, I think his name was Danny Tartable. Right?
Yeah.
They had a big right field, a big muscle bound dude in right field. And so the ball was hitting the gap. And and it might have been Deion that hit it. I think Deion Sanders might have hit the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what him.
Bro, that man ran that ball down all the way to right field off the bat, bro. Do you know how much, bro? You talking about covering like 200 feet? You talking about that man running like 70 yards, bro? Because if that ball get down in the gap, Deion scoring. That's an inside the park. Y'all know it. With Deion running. But he hit, man, Bo Jackson ran, and then he ran by the right fielder, Danny Tartable, and caught the ball in the gap. That man ran 70 yards, bro.
70.
That's speed. Now, I'm not saying Bo Jackson was a great defender. I'm saying he was fast.
Yeah. He
Right,
had the physical tool to get to a spot, but he didn't have maybe
he didn't have
coordination.
The instinct, because he was fast and he had a cannon. And so he should have been a more instinctual center fielder, but it's not often you get a guy that fast, that big, that strong, with that kind of arm and that much power in his bat.
They would have made that man a quarterback, Freezy.
Yep.
Nowadays, Richardson, they would have made that man a quarterback.
Yo, when I saw that, and y'all know I love center fielders, right? Y'all know I love pure point guards, and I love center fielders, right?
Center field is like one of the glamour positions in all of American sports. It used to be anyway.
Bro, I'm a huge Mets fan now, but when we had Carlos Beltran, bro, you couldn't tell me nothing, bro. When we had Beltran, bro, you couldn't tell me nothing. But in terms of Bo Jackson, though, coach, when you're 6'2", 235 pounds or so, and you run a 4.3 40, and dudes is looking at their stopwatch like something's wrong with them. Like they're not like, yo, this dude's a superhuman alien. They're like, yo, did I see what I thought I just saw?
Flying buffalo.
That's probably what they were saying about Coach. Because not only is Coach big and he fast, he also white. And so you like, yo, these three things don't go together. Bro,
you calling that man a streak of lightning?
Yeah, I'm saying you don't often get all that stuff in like you know what I'm saying? You don't often get like.
I was lucky. I mean, there's a lot of fast white dudes nowadays, though, like fast when I was.
But still, like when I see Christian McCaffrey run, it's like ain't no white dude supposed to move like this.
Nah.
I remember we had our 4x100 team. We were the only one in Florida, Citrus High School. It was like when I was a junior. We made it to the state finals. We got sixth, but we were all white. We were four white dudes.
Wow.
And I was tied for the second fastest one. The fastest one was this guy named Jimmy White. He ran a 10-7.
That gotta be like the whitest, most white, like.
Bro, he was on the soccer team, bro. Look like Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Bro, that always be them, bro. It always be them,
Yeah.
bro.
This dude ran like a 10.7, 10.8 in 100 meters.
And I bet he was in 11th grade.
Yeah, he was in my grade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It always be them, bro. Like
I ran like a 10.9, 11 flat. Like that was my average. And my quarterback, John Autry, who became a receiver at Samford University in college, him and I were like the same.
Talking about in Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So him and I used to like one day I would beat him, next day he would beat me. You know, it was like we were like that. And our fourth guy was our high jump champion and long jump guy. You know, so
he was
fast.
He was an athlete. Okay.
Yeah, he was our. I was the third leg. I used to run that turn.
Right.
And I used to hand it off to Jimmy. But everyone was rooting for us. You know, like even the black dudes. They're like, "Oh, what's up, guys?" Because we were like the only all white dude team. You know, that was pretty fun.
Hey, Coach, when you said that, just it made me laugh because when I was when we were at boxing at Fort Hood, we had a dude on our team named Ashley Brown, right? He's just plain as day, bro. He had the little Caesar before Caesars were popular. And it was like they was like, Ashley, what's your nickname? When you get in the ring, what's your nickname? He's like, man, I don't need a nickname. You know, I was like, yo, you're a boxer, bro. You're a boxer without a nickname. Yeah, he like, nah, man, I'm okay. He used to say stuff like, I'm content with myself. I don't need a nickname. And you're like, what the fuck won't you? And no lie, he didn't come out to warm up music or none of that. Didn't have like a robe or routine or none of that, no crew. He just go in there and just box. And the thing about it is, this dude had so much power in his hands, bro. This dude had like dynamite in his hands. He would just walk straight towards you, like with this weird thing with his hands turned like this, and you just be like, just hitting him on the wrist and stuff, and he just swing around your guard, boop, and the fight over. And Ashley just walk out the ring. He didn't want his hand raised or nothing. Dude named Ashley Brown. And you're like, yo, this is insane, bro. Like, you the most plainest dude ever. Specialist Brown is his name. We, in the Army, you ranking and all that stuff. You're like, dang, Brown, you ain't got, nah, man, I'm okay. You ain't gonna want to go nowhere and celebrate? Nah, man, I ain't gonna go. He used to like to play this game on Super Nintendo, this game called F-Zero. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he'd be like, every time I go in his room, he in there playing F-Zero. And I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna party in that? Nah, man, I'm good.
You used to play
Uncle
Buster
Freezy, why
Douglas boxing on Genesis.
Oh yeah, I remember that, bro. My thumb
We played
here, bro.
And on Buster Douglas boxing, you could be just fighting, and all of a sudden out of the blue, you get knocked out. It's like a thing in the game, like out of the blue. And if you lost and got knocked out, you had to do 20 push-ups.
Yeah.
Back then, when you were a gamer, you were still in shape.
Yeah, not now, bro.
So when we used to play,
go to the arcade, man.
Yeah, when we used to, well, number one, we had to ride our bike to the arcade or walk or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if you lost a match, me and my friends, we used to have to do push-ups if we lost.
Yeah. Yeah, yo, I sparred with Brown one time with this dude, with the dude I was telling you about, and Coach, he hit me, bro, and for like he was hitting me like bam, 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 and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, there's no way I'm letting Ashley Specialist Brown knock me down, bro. And I'm talking about Coach, he would like hit me with some shot, like we got the VCR tape of it, like that dude hit me. And listen, I'm not saying I'm a tough guy, everybody. I'm not saying that. It's like how Coach says he was a big guy that was fast. Like with me, I guess my superpower was I was too dumb to lay down and go on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude legit was hitting me, Coach, and he was like, I thought I was gonna kill you, man. Like, and I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. And I was like, bro, I thought I was gonna kill you. He's like, nah, you ain't got no power, bro. You might need to hang this up. You might need to try something else. I mean, like, yo, you don't hit hard enough to be a heavyweight, bro. And I'm like, bro, I'm 197. Y'all dudes are like 220. That's back when 220 meant you were big. You remember when if you weighed 220, that was something. I'm 6'4", 220. That meant something back in the day. Now you 6'4", 220. You might play receiver for the Jets, bro.
Yeah. You better get down to 205, for UFC. Them dudes walk around at they walk around at 240 and make 205. John Jones used to do.
Yeah, man. I used to, no lie, but I used to fight at the weight limit is 200, right? And so the weight limit meaning 200, that means you either had to be,
Light heavyweight?
You had to weigh 200. So I used to drink 2 gallons of water the morning of a fight just so that I could put those 10 pounds on. All right. I used to go in the ring, they'll weigh me, and the scale will be like, this is before digital scales. This is like the needle or whatever on the scale. And the judge will be looking at the thing. And I'll be like, man, please say, I'll be like 199 and a half. And I'll be like, man, please say 201. And the judge will be like, 200 and a half. And I'm like, yeah, man, I can fight.
See, like a lot of people, like when they talk about superpowers or whatever, I didn't think about like, oh, I'm bigger than that guy, I'm gonna run him over. It was like, and I'm sure some of the top people in their professions, they all do this too, but I almost felt like I would always go through this thing before each snap where it was almost like a quick meditation, or I get in this zone right before, like, I breathe. And then as soon as I get the ball, like all the sound, it's like I have these like weird, like blinders on almost. And it's like I don't even see people. I can actually, it's like a sixth sense.
That's because you X Factor, bro. You probably was meant to be a star.
Yeah.
You probably meant to be a star.
Well, the thing is, I would actually feel the heat of like when people were near me. I know that sounds crazy to say out loud, but I would sense someone near me. Like so I could be running and I'm like, oh man, there's a guy. Like my peripherals are always good vision, but I can always sense there was another dude close. I felt his heat. And I would know to move.
You ever seen more. For the Love of the Game? And when he's playing baseball and then he just tunes everybody out.
Those guys, especially baseball players. Cause like if you ever look to hit a major league fastball, you have to be swinging as it's leaving his hand.
Yeah.
It's like, you will not catch up to it. So them dudes have superpowers for sure. The hand-eye coordination is ridiculous.
Yeah, so you were probably meant to be a star because goons like us, that the 99% of human beings, we don't go like that.
Look, man, injuries and weed caught up with me. All right, I'm just another dinosaur. Could have been. There's so many guys. Some of the best running backs ever never made it to the NFL.
Yeah,
I mean, there's guys that
y'all special though, but. Coach, dudes like me, like that moment that you just mentioned, I could never focus in that moment. Like just regular Joes that just did it out of the love. Because I wasn't special at anything, but I played hard. Right? Like for instance, dudes would hire me to fight them. Right? Like say the purse would be $1,000. They know they're gonna win, right? But I would be like the entertaining fight for them, right? Like they know if they hit me with a shot, I'm not gonna get out of there. And then plus, I was fast enough and maybe cocky enough to hang around and make the fight exciting, and then they'll go to the scorecards, and then their man's a win. Right? But instead of me making $200, my guy would give me half. He'd be like, yo, man, take this half right here. Because he made up the rest of his money is he owned the venue. That might like been his spot. Right? And they'd be like, oh, you gonna fight Uncle Freezy? And then they'd be in there frying chicken wings and selling leg quarter sandwiches and selling sodas for 50 cents. And you know what I'm talking about. You ever saw that movie Rocky? You remember Spider Rico? Remember when Rocky lost to Spider Rico in the fight, and then by the time Rocky got all his money, he was broke. After paying for everything,
Yeah.
you got to pay $75 for the towels. You got to, yeah, that was me. I was that guy.
Yeah, the gym fee,
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and the same thing, like, well, this is gonna sound weird to some people to say it out loud, but I can relate to people that, like, when you're born with like gifts, like things came easy to me, so I didn't. Because of that, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have good work ethic because
Oh, yeah.
stuff came. I had such good results with less effort than my peers that I didn't have anyone on my team to push me enough. And my coaches, it was a little podunk town in Florida. They weren't good enough coaches to like help push me even further than like my own competition was myself. Like I hardly worked out in the gym. Like I did, but I didn't go through all the reps. I was only messing around and I benched 425. Like I didn't even try. I didn't even really try to bench that much. I squatted like 765.
Wow.
I hardly ever worked out at it. I was just strong. Like
Dude was a
naturally.
natural, man.
Yeah, and like so, and that's why I was able to put. I wasn't. I loved basketball more when I was younger. You know, growing up because I grew up in New York. But I knew I was frustrated because I wasn't tall. But I was just an athlete that happened to play basketball. I wasn't. You know, like one year I averaged like 12 points, and like 8 rebounds or something, which in high school with the minutes and everything, that's not bad. You know, but I was undersized all the time. I hated it. I used to foul out. I played too rough, you know.
Right.
And then I played. Well, my freshman and sophomore year, I played baseball, and I did track at the same time. They were like the same season. So like track, my track coach would be like, "All right, just come over, do your jumps and blah blah blah, and training, and then go back to baseball practice." But I faced Mike Hampton. Remember Mike Hampton?
Yep.
Pitcher.
He used to pitch for the Mets.
He used to pitch for the Mets.
Yeah, he was a great athlete, bro.
Oh, bro, he was a quarterback for Crystal River. He went to Crystal River High School. Yeah, I remember when the Mariners came to the game against us, and when they were scouting him, and I hit a double off him. I was only a freshman. He was a senior when I was a freshman. But then he struck my ass out my next 2 times. When he had a wicked curve, I couldn't hit a curveball for nothing, boy.
Oh wow!
I was just, I could not hit a curveball. I didn't have no patience. I couldn't take pitches or nothing. So eventually, I was just like, I'm just gonna run track. I was just an athlete playing baseball, just to play because I had a couple friends on the team. I just wanted to play just to look cool in the uniform. I don't even care that much about it. But I love track though. Track was my favorite because that's when you got to see all the other football players and we all used to like talk shit about the upcoming season. Like, hey, this spring, we got that spring game coming up. I'm gonna get you. So, you used to all talk smack with each other, or you beat each other in a race, or whatever. It's like bragging rights for football season. But then things happen. So because all of that, like I didn't even, when I did get hurt, unfortunately, I didn't feel it. When you lose that invincible, that's why I respect guys that come back from injury and keep playing, and keep it going, and keep it going.
Right.
It takes so much resilience because one of the things that helps you as an athlete, and this happens in the NBA and everywhere, is you have a feeling like you're invincible. Like there's no other human being that can stop you from doing what you want to do.
Right.
And when injuries and things start chipping away at that.
That mental, yeah, man.
Yeah. So
let me put a rock in your shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put a rock in your size 15.
All right.
Would you trade Mitchell Robinson and Precious Achiuwa for Dylan Brooks?
Oh. How small are we?
Not Precious. Not Precious too.
Yeah,
Nah.
Precious and Mitch for Dylan Brooks.
Precious and Mitch
I
for
couldn't do
Dylan
it.
Brooks.
Not if you had not. I
But
couldn't have Precious do it.
nah, because then who's gonna be the backup big? Like you
Ariel
want
Huck
Jericho
Party.
Sims to actually have a real role on this team in a
Ariel Huck
playoff
Party, bro.
scenario?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Nah,
I can't do that.
nah, it's too
That's a
far.
bridge I can't cross, Freezy.
That's the one that gets people fired.
Mm. Nah, bro.
That's the trade to get people fired. I was like,
Nah,
what were
bro.
you thinking?
Signing Matt Ryan is gonna get somebody fired, bro.
What?
Wow. Because what's gonna happen, and I'm saying, and I'm calling it early. Ryan Dunn is gonna make the all rookie team. I'm
Oh,
calling it early.
Yeah, he had a great night tonight.
Did he? Did he? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Did he hit any 3-pointers?
Yeah, he was above 50%.
Let me see what Ryan did. What did Ryan?
I think he scored 16.
He started tonight. Okay. He started tonight and played 34 minutes.
He
Imagine
started
that.
because Beal is out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I'm calling Mitch for what's his name? Houston Rockets.
He's the first. Dre, is he the first rookie to score 15
Steven
points?
Adams? Like who?
Uh,
Houston Rockets. I'm just thinking money wise.
money wise,
Because
Jabari. I think eventually. I don't know if they want to hold on to him. If they want to invest in him or not.
Hey, come on, man. Come on.
I wish.
Come on, bro. What are we doing? Man,
Not straight up, but
the calculator guy has us thinking about Jabari Smith.
Yeah.
Coach, you see what I'm talking about the calculator guys, bro?
I don't think Mitch would get us him though. Like I would love
No,
Jabari
I
Smith
don't
on his team.
I don't think alone. I don't think
Yeah,
alone.
his versatility would be extremely useful. But you're also like committing to the point that
What
we
made
need
you
as
come up
many
with Dylan
5-out
Brooks?
potential guys. Like he can play some 5 and 4.
I would think even for Dylan Brooks, I think maybe Harrison Barnes or something like that. Dylan may be a little too short.
If you're thinking forward.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
With Dylan Brooks, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges saves the world, bro.
They should have never showed. They should have never showed me
It'd be
that.
really
Herb
hard to
Jones.
score on them. I put it that way.
They should have never rumored that Herb Jones and Trey Murphy thing to me.
Them Herb Jones and Trey Murphy ain't
One of
going
those
nowhere.
two. I
Them
know,
dudes ain't going nowhere.
Hey, Coach, this was before you got here, right? Before you got here, I was telling Knicks fans that the Knicks are going to draft 4 dudes in that draft, right? This is what I was telling everybody. Everybody, listen, the Knicks are going to draft 4 dudes. I promise you. I promise. So this is before the calculator guys. I guess this was the abacus guys. Like they were telling me that the Knicks will never draft multiple rookies in a draft. Yeah, we're too young. And I was like, bro, the Knicks and maybe Dre was just like right here at the beginning of that. I was like, yo, the Knicks are gonna draft Trey Murphy III, Trey Mann, Kai Jones, and either BJ Boston or Herb Jones. Right? And people were telling me, the Knicks, Trey Murphy, he can't even shoot. He too old. Trey Murphy the third, he don't even shoot. And I'm like, bro, he go to Virginia. They don't ask their small forwards to do certain things, bro. He go to Virginia. And people are like, man, his ceiling is DeAndre Hunter. And I'm like, bro, at Virginia, Tony Bennett didn't ask these dudes to do a certain thing. Their offense was guard heavy, backdoor stuff. They don't ask their small forwards to do stuff, right? But when you see him shoot threes late in the shot clock, bro, it's money. And they were like, man, Trey Murphy, man. They had been looking at this dude, Quentin Grimes, and I was like, bro, if these motherfuckers call Quentin Grimes' name, I swear I'm gonna jump my fat ass out of the smallest window in the highest building I can find, bro. And they called Quentin Grimes' name, bro. And I think I think Dre might have just started rocking with us, because my dream scenario was Trey Murphy, Trey Mann, some combination of Kai Jones, BJ Boston, or Herb Jones, right? I knew that Jalen Johnson wasn't going to be a fit for Tom Thibodeau, even though I liked him. But Jalen Johnson quit at Duke because the coaching was too hard on him. Mm-hmm. And if you can imagine the Knicks drafting that dude, bro, Tibbs would have made that dude retire from life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plus, he got a guarantee. Remember, he got a guarantee early.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "I'm out."
Yeah. Yeah. And so now when you look back at those names, now people are telling me, yo, Uncle Freezy, you seen that dude Trey Murphy? Bro, I was telling y'all about Trey Murphy 8 months before he got drafted, bro. I watch him. I live in South Carolina. I see him. Right? I see Virginia play. Bro, that's why the Ryan Dunn thing is like a rock in my shoe, man. Because I know Ryan Dunn is a star. Right? Everybody that played college basketball ain't gonna be a star, but some dudes have like this level of intangibles. Coach, you ever heard that saying? You know it when you see it.
Yeah,
that's what it was with him. Like, people are telling me about Cooper Flagg. I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure about Cooper Flagg, but I'll see him when basketball season start. But when you saw Victor Wembanyama, you were like, yep. Yo.
Henny and the Knicks.
My guys.
Lee, what's good, bro?
How y'all doing?
Hey, when Notre Dame gonna win a championship, bro?
You said, wow, we lower our standards as far as getting athletes.
Hey, out of all the big schools, I think y'all have the worst running back history, bro.
What school?
No,
not necessarily.
Salute, Core.
What?
What's up, bro?
Yeah, bro, they don't have a running back like
Ricky
Alabama.
Waters.
You think they got a running back? They got a running back group like Syracuse or Alabama or University of Pittsburgh? Nah, bro.
I'm gonna say this.
Miami.
They don't do nothing in the pros.
I'm gonna say this. We haven't had a decent running back since the early '90s, late '80s.
Since Darius, what's my man name? Darius,
No, the brother who played for Green Bay. He was in the Giants camp for a minute, and then we let him go, and he went to Green Bay.
No, I take
Reggie Brooks.
Not Reggie Brooks.
Way back.
But Reggie Brooks was solid.
Ryan Grant.
What about, you don't think Julius Jones was better than him?
Julius Jones was good, but he ended up, I don't think the Cowboys was good for him. Okay. I think if he had went somewhere else, like San Francisco, maybe somebody, Green Bay, maybe Minnesota, he probably would have been better.
Y'all running back history trash, bro.
You crazy as
ever.
Crazy.
Trash, bro. It's trash.
Greg Bell.
Hey, Coach, I'll name a school in Florida that had a better history than them. You know who I'm going to say?
All three have a better history than Notre Dame. But
Notre Dame, right? That's what I'm saying. What are we talking about? Do they compare to Alabama? No.
Alabama's running back room ain't as good as you think,
bro.
They have Sean Alexander. They have a bunch of legendary college guys, but Not many translate to the NFL.
Sean Alexander.
Sean Alexander and Derrick Henry.
Okay, what about University of Texas?
Yeah.
You're talking about recent history, yes.
Earl Campbell went to Texas. Arian Foster went to Texas.
No, I'm talking about recent. I'm talking about Notre Dame. Recent history, we're not good.
Jamal Charles. Yeah, remember Jamal Charles?
Yes.
He went to Texas.
But Notre Dame, Autry Denson was the best in college. He got all of them.
I remember.
As far as the college career he had.
I liked him and Randy Kenda. Randy Kenda just looked like a great running back, bro.
Come on, we forgot the elephant in the room, the literal elephant in the room. Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, he was the first one I said.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my bad, bro.
Man, they ain't better than University of Pittsburgh, bro.
Well, you talking about old people?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about
Tony Dorsett and Craig Hayward.
No, I'm talking about Curtis Martin and Shady McCoy.
I know they went there too.
Shady went to Temple.
Nah, Shady went to Pitt, bro. Yeah, he went to Pitt. I heard them having a conversation the other day, like who's the greatest Pitt running back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Yeah.
Miami have 3 Hall of Famers in one roster.
Yo,
Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, bro.
They had Portis, Gore, and
McGahee
all on one.
Edgerrin James. Bro, they were so good. They had Najee Davenport playing fullback. You remember Najee Davenport?
Yeah.
They were so good. They had Jared Payton playing fullback for them, bro. That's
about the poop bandit.
Yeah. Yeah.
He went doo-doo in someone's locker.
Yeah. He's like, I couldn't hold it. Yeah. Yeah. And no disrespect to Notre Dame, because all time when you look at great running back like rooms and all that stuff, bro.
Tony Rice, that was another good one.
Yeah, Tony Rice was a great running back, bro.
Tony Rice was a quarterback, man. Stop it.
I know.
I feel you though. Ain't nobody can, but nobody can run the option like he could.
Yeah,
I know he was.
Yeah, I think Nebraska got a better running back history than Notre Dame. Also, Mike Rozier and them guys from like the '80s, bro. They stayed with a running back, bro. Ain't trying to pick a fight with Lee about nothing.
Michigan.
You can't, man. Let me tell you something, man. I know it's hard being one thing about me, it's like being a Cowboy fan or even almost like being a Notre Dame fan.
A Giants fan.
No. Bite your tongue, man, because Chicago is far worse off than us. But anyway, outside of that, as far as history,
Chicago got a better running back room than y'all got, the Giants.
After Gail says there's nothing to talk about. Oh, excuse me. After Walter Payton, there's nothing to talk about.
Like Neil Anderson and Matt Forte.
Neil Anderson was pretty good. Matt Forte,
yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. We gotta, as much as I don't personally like this person, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of other different reasons, he was a hell of a running back, even though he was Mr. Fumbleitis, and that's Tiki Barber, and he could and he could still moonwalk into the Hall of Fame. You understand what I'm saying?
Virginia.
If he'd have hung around one more year and shut his mouth and got that Super Bowl in 2007, I would have been like, yeah, he solidified.
Yeah, bro, he a flash in the pan, bro.
Flash in what pan? He was for 10 straight seasons. Come on, man. He's the all-time leading rushing Giant history.
Yeah.
What is that?
Dave Meggett?
No, Tiki Barber.
Dave Meggett, Otis Anderson. No, I'm naming other Giants.
Oh, yeah.
Running back.
Joe Morris. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah, Joe Morris.
Come on, man. And Rodney Hampton, who clearly was leaps and bounds better than all those you have mentioned.
Yeah, Rodney Hampton. To me, Rodney Hampton is the most talented running back y'all ever had, bro.
Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs was solid, man. I wish we had Brandon Jacobs now.
He all right.
And hey, I know saying his name was blasphemy right now, but for a couple of years, Saquon Barkley, he's still
I don't even want to talk about it, man.
pretty
I am
damn
so
good.
listen, bro. I am so infuriated. I have not watched a Giants football game since week 3. I have not watched. And I am the ultimate Giant football fan.
Yeah, the
If I
fact they
check in,
ran it back with Daniel Jones.
man, look here, man. I don't know what the hell I was about, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. That right now, I'm willing, I'm ready, not just to fire just the head coach and his staff, but the entire front office behind that debacle. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna give up a future Hall of Fame running back for a bum quarterback to try to reenact what Buffalo was doing. You understand what I'm saying? But needless to say, I'm not in conference rooms, and my input is just about as much as coaches right now come yawning.
Yo,
You feel
you
what I'm
remember
saying?
the best receiver y'all ever had is a dude named Lawrence Dawsey. Coach, you remember him? Lawrence Dawsey?
He wasn't the best though. He was good.
He was decent, but I'll tell you right now, the best I think in my mind, and with the longevity of his career, is Armani Toon.
Mm-hmm.
Why y'all
Real
don't like?
talk.
Why y'all don't like Florida State players, bro? Let me do this thing. Let me do this thing real
And
quick.
we just had
Because
a
they
cat from
only
Florida
good.
State. We just had a cat from Florida State, and he poo-pooed everything he did, and we sent him to the Chiefs, and the Chiefs jumped him just like that. And he ain't on nobody roster right now.
A
Florida
baller.
State, Florida.
That's what they do. They come to the league and
You
they
talking
come with
about
all this
Kadarius
talent,
Tony?
and they don't do nothing.
Yes, Kadarius Toney.
Talking about Seminoles.
They
Yeah,
don't do
there's a
nothing
bunch of
there.
Seminoles receivers that never like all the best, some of the best college receivers of all time.
Oh, he damn just dropped out.
The Matrix got him, bro.
Yeah,
Morpheus cut him off before he said something crazy.
he was giving FSU too much praise, and the internet just said, "Nah, we're not doing
Dre,
that
Dre,
today."
do you like a college football team? Seemed like you'd be like a Louisville guy.
A Louisville guy.
Yeah, analytics, super analytics and stuff.
Even though I do love what's his name of the damn Ravens, Lamar Jackson. I'm not super heavy into college football. I occasionally gamble though.
Would you
Mhm.
would you agree that maybe Notre Dame football is the most overrated football program in the country? Them in Wisconsin, them and Leo,
What?
Wisconsin. No, I'm talking about the Bobby Alvarez Wisconsin Badgers.
I lost connection for a second.
Yeah, and you know what? Lee, don't do that, bro. You remember Bobby Alvarez and them used to win 12 games a year and finish the season 12-1 every year.
I mean, Victor Cruz is pretty good.
Yeah, Victor Cruz is pretty good. Yeah, yeah.
He wasn't that
Hey,
in
I
college.
think Wisconsin might have a better running back room than Notre Dame, bro.
You still going on about that?
Coach, is Florida State football better than University of Miami football historically?
Historically, like all time, no. Did they have the sexiest decade? Hell yeah, they did. That
Decade. They had decades.
well, like 20 years FSU had. Well, how many bowl games in a row did they have? Remember with Bobby Bowden?
Like
That's
28
crazy.
straight ball games or something?
And then like they were in the top 4,
like 18 straight years they finished in the top
it was
5.
a crazy.
Yeah.
That run was
Bananas.
But they would also they only won about 2 or 3, maybe two under Bowden, I think. They got the one with Jameis.
Yeah.
But they've fallen off big time, bro. All the Florida teams did.
Shoot, they should have hired. When they had the opportunity, they should have hired.
Deion?
Yeah.
Who is it?
When Deion was looking to go,
yeah, they should. Yeah,
FCS, he still might go there.
I doubt it. I think when his kids, when his kids is done, he's done.
Well, he's still recruiting. By the way, he's still recruiting heavily.
I mean, recruiting doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he can still take his players with him wherever he goes, but he's still recruiting for the.
And when he goes, all them players are gonna go.
Yeah. So, the dream job for him was always FSU, but they played him to the side, but so many times.
So FSU is hot garbage right now.
But you know what though? Sometimes the timing is not right. Like you know how you got a girl with you and the DJ keep playing techno, groove is in the heart, and you trying to get her out on the floor and they keep playing Delight, and you looking at the DJ like, man, what the hell wrong with you? You know, so everybody got their girl. Everybody done came back from the bar with like a chick or something.
Play the slow music, man.
And this dude is out here playing "Follow Me." He out here playing. The DJ is
playing CC Pennison.
Yeah. The DJ has got his own party going on. He ain't even looking at the crowd. He ain't playing a Cupid Shuffle. Man, you don't take that shit off.
Jamming in his own mind.
Yeah.
But no, really, Miami finally this year bringing a Florida team back to what killed the Florida teams.
Florida don't have no athletes, bro.
No,
they got
it used to be
though.
the top three, the big three, the Florida State, Miami, were the only FCS, D1 colleges for a long time. So they didn't even have to recruit much. All the best Florida players I'm going to Florida, I'm going to FSU, I'm going to Miami.
Because they were always on TV that just got recruits by itself. Like
but then UCF went to D1.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden USF went to D1. And then all of a sudden they started FAU, FIU. So then it started thinning out. Like some of the guys let me check out this new school.
Why would I go there and be the seventh receiver when I can go here and start?
Yeah, exactly.
And TV channels started exploding, and then every college got on TV. So it was just, what's the point?
Right. But then the internet, and Twitter and stuff, recruiting. It used to be recruiting was more regional,
Yeah.
A Florida kid ain't gonna go to a California school because they don't know how the hell are you gonna learn about them. You know what I'm saying? It was rare to do that. So all of a sudden,
now.
Yeah, it made it where. So then all of a sudden, Florida teams are like, "Oh, I'm gonna go check out this school." So then, now, if you look at every college team in America, there's always about 4 or 5 Florida guys on every team everywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
And
even out west.
Yeah, the thing is, so now what's happening is a lot of the FSU, Miami, Florida recruiting guys, they're still in their old mindset of recruiting. Oh, we're gonna just get all the Florida kids. No, you ain't. They all want to go to FSU's facilities are not up to par with everywhere else is right now. The Gators caught up finally a little bit. The Gators were always the money school, but then Miami started pumping more in their facilities.
Miami facilities. I saw an inside look of Miami, the Hurricanes facilities, bro. That Walk of Fame they got, when the kids come through to go to their lockers, and they got the Ray Lewis holograms, like Ray Lewis, Otis Anderson, Edgerrin James, and they getting their alumni to give them $3 or $4 million just to work on stuff to recruit. Yeah. It's crazy.
Now you want to talk about the top as far as
hold on a second. That's another running back who should be in the Hall of Fame, but we'll leave that alone.
Otis Anderson?
Yeah. Just off his Cardinals career.
Yeah. Back when he played with Neil Lomax and Roy Green.
Yep.
And the dude that used to do Monday Night Football, the big lineman.
What's my man name? I know exactly.
Alex Karras.
No, Dan did
No,
off.
Dan did off
Dan
the
Dierdorf,
bent up
yeah.
here with the broke up fingers.
Yeah.
That's another person. Dan Dierdorf deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. He played it in a tackle era though. Man, I agree with you. I think you're absolutely right. But I think the law of numbers is kind of diminishing his career. Like, because he played like with Anthony Munoz and Jackie Slater and all them dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then not Al Davis. What's the dude name? The black dude that used to coach the Raiders.
Art Shell.
Art Shell. Yeah, all them dudes. And Hannah, the dude that used to play for the Patriots.
Alex Hannah. I mean, I can't think of not Alex.
No, it's not, I don't think it's Alex. I forget, but he was the best player for the Patriots for like 15 years, and he was a lineman. Something Hannah, but he was a guard, and then they had another guard named Russ Francis, and they used to have a good running game, but they just couldn't beat nobody. It was just trash.
I thought Russ
like the Colts right now.
I thought Russ Francis played for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, he did. I think he played his first 6 years with the Patriots, and then he left and went to.
Here you go. I got a stat that'll help Corey Lee's case for Notre Dame being the best. Notre Dame has the record of, they have a record 525 players that have gone into the NFL draft, including 5 #1 overall draft picks. Notre Dame has the most at any college.
Wow.
But you know what, Coach? I agree with you because we put out, I'm telling you something, one thing about Notre Dame. We put out decent offensive linemen, decent defensive linemen.
Well, some linebackers here and there.
Yeah, and tight ends.
Justin Tuck. Yeah, tight ends keep Notre Dame relevant, bro. They will have a tight end, bro. Yeah, you remember they had a cornerback one time named Todd Light. You remember him?
Remember him right now. His son I think is his son playing for him?
Yeah, Todd Light used to wear number 14 for them. He was there with Mike Stonebreaker and Chris Zorich.
Yep.
Back when they had Rocket Ishmael. Y'all remember Rocket Ishmael?
Oh, come on, man. Don't even talk about him.
I mean, Rocket Ishmael was all right.
What you mean he was all right?
Bro,
come on, man. Rocket Ishmael was one of the greatest college athletes. I'm going to say that. He wasn't a great receiver because he couldn't run the route tree like he should have. You know what I'm saying? He was more so speed, but also too, what his problem was is that he couldn't get over 180 pounds and couldn't take them licks.
That motherfucker was trash. He all he had was just the one weapon Notre Dame had, and Notre Dame just showcased him, bro. Like we talking about Rocket Ishmael like if he Peter Warwick or something, bro. That dude wasn't no Peter Warwick.
First of all, what Rocket Ishmael did in his 3 years at Notre Dame, Peter Warwick couldn't even smell his culo with that.
Really? Peter Warwick was a first-round pick and won the Heisman.
Okay, and Rocket Ishmael should have been the first-round pick and a Heisman Trophy winner. As much as he accomplished.
The Rocket Ishmael's greatest play is one that didn't count.
That's not even. Don't even do that. Don't even do that.
Is that not a real statement? Is that not a real statement?
No. Because it's prefaced with bias and bias. Period.
How? I don't even like I don't like Notre Dame or Colorado.
Anyway, I'm not gonna go back and forth with this argument.
If we're talking about a pure do it all weapon, is he better than Peter Warwick?
Yes.
No,
me personally.
You bugging.
Me personally. You asking me my opinion. I'm bugging. Okay.
Is Rocket Ishmael a better overall weapon than Reggie Bush?
The way we used him, hell yeah.
You wildin', bro.
Bro, you got to think this dude, just like the people I don't know about Peter Warwick, but I'm talking about in the kickoff, punt, and just overall I need to get this person the ball, put the ball in his hands. Yo, Rocket Ishmael he was electric, bro.
Coach, is Rocket Ishmael more electric than Peter Ward?
In what sense?
Wow. On that note,
Coach trying to find a way to help you, bro. Coach is
no. Here's the thing. On the surface, it's not fair to ask me because I'm like a football nerd and I'm a coach. So I see some of the little things that Peter Ward used to do that don't show up on the highlights or stat sheet all the time. Like making guys miss. Like if you ask other college football players who the most ridiculous person to cover, it was people say it in ESPN documentaries all the time. They bring up Peter Ward all the time.
It's Petey, bro.
He was like ridiculous. But as far as making memorable historic plays that everyone's seen and remember, I don't know, man. Rocket Ishmael he's got to be most electrifying.
Rocket Ishmael ain't, in my opinion, Rocket Ishmael is not even a better player than Desmond Howard.
I'm not saying a better player. I'm talking about electric plays.
Desmond Howard?
Since then,
bro.
Since then, though, like Reggie Bush, as far as college goes,
Reggie Bush just blow him out of the water, bro. It ain't
highlights.
Wow.
Reggie Bush, I mean, yo, Rocket Ishmael was the only weapon that they had on a team that had limited weapons. That's why he looked.
No, he was not.
Man, Notre Dame was, bro. What was Notre Dame quarterback name in that national championship game?
What's his name?
Rick Meyer.
Yeah, thank you.
Rick Meyer.
Yeah.
Rick Meyer.
Right. Lee didn't know that though, and he a fan.
No. I couldn't think of it real quick.
That white guy. I know what you mean. I just remember.
I'm just saying.
Trash.
And then hold on a second. Then also you got to think who was playing with him.
Man, Chris Zorich.
Him, Stonebreaker, and then what's his name? Oh God, the running backs. We had at least 2-3 running backs with him.
Yeah. Ricky Waters was the dude name.
Yeah, Ricky Waters, San Francisco.
Yeah, and Ricky Waters was a sophomore in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, Ricky Waters was their running back. Florida State at the same time had a running back named Ampley, who I thought was better than Ricky Waters at the time, but Ampley kept getting hurt. Coach, you remember Ampley?
Oh yeah.
The Florida State running back kept towards ACL and was trying to come back. And I think Florida State had a running back name. I forget his name, but he was the bridge between the group of running backs that came in all together. Florida State had 3 running backs coming together, a dude named Rock Preston, a dude named Pooh Bear Williams, and a dude named Warwick Dunn. They all came in at the same time. You remember that group? They came in like 92.
It was Sean Jackson.
Okay.
I can remember his
name. When you talk about Ampley reminds me of a running back from
Pooh Bear was a fullback.
I want to say the Razorbacks had one. Was it the Razorbacks?
You talking about Felix Jones?
Not Felix Jones. Who was that? McFadden.
Okay.
That's who Ampley reminds me of.
Okay.
A 6'1", lanky, not really bulky type of back. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have the big upper body.
Always frail. Every time he get hit hard, he always like.
Yeah, he got
that was Ampley. Yeah.
You see now, and then also too, that reminds me of a defensive lineman that played for the Chiefs, Neil Smith. If you ever looked at Neil Smith, all you saw from the waist up was a big upper body, and then you looked at him, and his lower body was like, "What's there?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think Georgia probably has a better running back than Notre Dame also.
Georgia puts out better running backs than Notre Dame all day.
Yeah, I think Georgia's better.
Lately, especially lately.
Right. You
Yeah,
know what Rodney
I was
Hampton.
right. It was Sean Jackson.
I remember that. Their quarterback was it Denny Cannell? Or was that before Denny Cannell? They had a quarter. I forget their quarterback
I
name.
don't
They
know,
had
but
not that Busby. That's later on.
who's the best college football team of all time?
Notre Dame.
I mean, like a season team.
Nah, I don't know, bro. I think I'm gonna go with that Nebraska team, bro. That Nebraska team that had Amon Green and Lawrence Phillips and
I was about to
Barry
say
Lucas
it had to have Lawrence Phillips on it.
Yeah, and
2001,
Tommy Frazier.
2001 Hurricanes, bro.
That 2001 Hurricanes team was tough too, man. They had 6
Oh, come on.
goals.
They had Clinton Portis, McGahee, Frank Gore, Davenport, Shockey, Andre Johnson, Brian McKinney.
Was Bubba Franks there too? Bubba Franks?
Nah, not then.
Who's
Jerome
the back?
McDougal, William Joseph, Vince
Vernon
Wilfork.
Carey.
No.
Who's the tackle?
Yeah. Vernon Carey was there. Sean Taylor, Antrell Roll, Kellen Winslow, Sean Taylor, Rocky McIntosh.
You remember Rocky McIntosh, bro?
Remember him?
Linebacker, bro. He was, man.
Ed Reed was on that team.
Yep.
Couldn't even play yet. They had 38 players on that team that were drafted eventually.
So when did Bubba Franks come after that?
I think he was that other, like the mid 2000s.
Okay.
That big old tight end, right? He played for the Packers.
Yeah, and then they had another tight end too that dropped the touchdown against Virginia Tech and Miami lost. He dropped a wide open touchdown and it broke their win streak. I forget his name. I forget that man's name.
Roscoe Parrish.
You remember Roscoe Parrish, Sonoris Moss, Santana Moss?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson was on that team coach talking about.
Mm-hmm. That's one receiver that is totally underrated.
Yeah.
And it should have been in the Hall of Fame. But he went to the Texans and you know what I'm saying, spent his career there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like talking about Megatron.
Was Reggie Wayne on that team? No, Reggie Wayne was gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Lee. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Just like Megatron, Andre Johnson, I feel like that man could have went if he'd have just tested free agency. You know what I'm saying?
He'd have took all the Giants money. He'd have took all the Giants money, bro.
It doesn't even matter. I don't even think about the Giants. I'm thinking about other teams that probably could have used him.
The Giants probably would still been paying that man.
San Francisco, just saying, teams out there who had a decent quarterback to even get him the ball outside of Giants have had a decent quarterback since Eli Manning, so I'm not even gonna,
I don't know. And Lee, I don't know if that Miami team was as good as what coach is thinking.
What?
They're undefeated.
I think that team. They lost in the championship game to Ohio State.
No,
Maurice Clarett. Oh, you talking about? Okay, you talking about the 2001 team, not the 2002 team.
Yeah, 2001 team beat.
They beat the brakes off. Who did they beat?
Nebraska. They whooped Penn State's butt. They beat the Seminoles, who were ranked 13 at the time, 49-27. They beat Washington Huskies, who were number 11 at the time, 65-7.
Coach, you know why they beat them that bad, right? Do you remember the backstory to that?
What?
That Washington Husky team broke their win streak under Larry Coca. That same Washington Husky team, they broke.
That's Rick Neuheisel that coached that team.
Was it Rick Neuheisel?
Yeah, Rick Neuheisel coached that team too.
Okay.
But
Washington just had Miami's number because they did that twice. Miami had like 30-game win streaks, and Washington snapped both of them. And Miami,
yeah,
too,
I remember that.
Yeah. You remember Napoleon? You remember Napoleon Kaufman ran all over the Hurricanes?
Yes, sir.
With Napoleon Kaufman, they had a safety, a corner named Dante Hall. I mean, not Dante Hall, but Dante. What's that
Stallworth?
name? No, he wasn't number 4 for Washington. I think he had like the year Washington and Colorado tied for the national championship. The year where Rocky Ishmael didn't do nothing in the national championship game and then had his punt return call back.
Stop it, man.
Colorado said, man, Rocky Ishmael is so trash. But when you think back to names like Percy Harvin and Rocky Ishmael, you like, were these dudes really that good? Like to the hype of what they were. You know what I'm saying?
That's all about how you gotta think, man. Let's keep it funky. You know, talent is only but what it is, considering how you use it. You know what I mean? Like Coach said,
the man couldn't run. Lee, he couldn't run routes. He was not a route runner.
Well,
he
had hands. Now, don't tell me Rockets didn't have hands.
Lee, that man didn't. Lee, come on, man, come on. Now, Kadri, his brother, had hands. Y'all remember Kadri Ishmael?
Yeah.
He had hands, bro.
So Rocket had hands, man. He just who's throwing the ball.
Man, Rocket couldn't catch it.
Come on, let's think about the Cowboys quarterbacks outside of what's his name, Romo. Who was there?
Man,
and even he was limited.
I don't even remember who the quarterback was that year.
That's my point.
Man,
I didn't remember that stuff.
Rocket Ishmael ain't even better than David Palmer. You remember David Palmer, the Deuce, Alabama?
Wait, what?
Lee, come on, bro. Don't do this, bro. We just have a different opinion.
No doubt. And I hate, I'm not going to use this word because you hate this word. We're just going to disagree.
Coach, you remember David Palmer used to play all around the field for Alabama?
Yeah, come on.
I don't think he does.
That's when Alabama was nothing but hype.
Right.
That's when I think Alabama still had who was it? The Giants. We kicked them. The head coach we kicked up out of here before Bill Parcells. What's my man name?
No, not him. Not Gene Stallings. You talking about somebody else?
Not Gene. I'm not talking about Gene Stallings. What was the name of his?
I know Roy. Because we talked about that before. Roy something.
Wasn't Roy.
He coached Alabama. He left the Giants to go coach Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't leave the Giants. The Giants.
Ray Sherman. Ray something. Right. Ray Perkins. That's his name. Yeah.
And he sat there for like 10, 15 years.
Right.
Until he hit the age of retirement, as far as coaches, about almost 70.
So let me. Hey, you want to put
Coach? I don't know,
Coach, who your favorite college football team, Coach?
The Rocket had 2 good years in the NFL, though.
He was all right.
He had that 6.
And he lit up, even though it doesn't matter, he lit up the Canadian League.
So Curtis Conway had a couple good years in the NFL, bro.
He was 69 catches for 1,024 Carolina that one year. And then that one year in Dallas, he had 80 for 1,097. Then he got hurt and played one more kind of halfway decent year.
So he's Isaiah Hakeem. That's who he is. Yeah, remember Isaiah Hakeem used to play in the slot for the Greatest Show on Turf?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, they're not the same because Hakeem won a Super Bowl.
Who won a Super Bowl?
Isaac Hakeem
did win a Super Bowl, yeah. And then he signed that big contract with the Lions. and got lost. You never heard of him again.
Disappeared.
Hey, just like my man did for the Cowboys, like opposite of
Alvin Harper.
Alvin
Now,
Harper.
since we're talking about championships, I'm gonna pivot.
Hmm?
If Cat continues, he has one of his center years he's had before. He averages 25 and 12 this year, and the Knicks win the championship. And then we go on a run where we're in the maybe we don't win it every year he's here. Or, we're in the mix for the next couple of years, but he wins this year or next. Does he surpass Patrick Ewing?
Yep. He'll surpass Pat. That's
the
easy.
best Nick.
And yo, you know I love Pat, bro. You know I love Pat Ewing, bro.
Pat's my favorite player of all time.
That is mine too.
Yeah.
Outside of two other players, but three other players, I should say.
If Pat Ewing push an old lady down, bro, me and that old lady gonna fight. That's how much I love Pat Ewing, bro.
Like, why the hell was you in his way?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Be careful. He's got bad knees.
Yeah, man. That's what I love Pat Ewing, bro. But in that case, if the Knicks win, say if the Knicks win 2 championships in the next 6 years with Cat, right? And
then I'll say yes. I'll co-sign the thing.
So say Cat win a championship this year and another championship in about 5 years. Yes, absolutely. I'm putting them up over there over Pat. And y'all know I love Pat, bro. Y'all know I love Pat, bro. Pat can't do no wrong in my eyes, bro. I'll trade Jalen Brunson for Pat Ewing right now at 61 years old. That's how much I love Pat, right? But if Cat win a championship, bro, it's like Lee. You know what? I'm gonna tell a true story.
Melo overrated.
Tony Rice don't have to hit a lick at a snake for the rest of his life. You know why?
Why?
Because he goes down as one of the greatest Notre Dame quarterbacks ever. And you know why, right?
Because he won a national championship.
Because he won a championship. And in 2024, that dude don't have to do nothing.
Oh, he show up the games. He got carte blanche on everything.
And he from South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
He from South Carolina. So I ain't gonna tell you where I saw him at. Every now and then me and him will be in the same room. I ain't gonna say where whatever.
I already know where.
But bro, he don't have to do nothing, bro. I'm like, yo, what you doing? Nothing. I'm like, what kind of man? Like, bro, he's straight.
Forever.
He's
you know what?
Forever.
Yeah. You know what gets me when I see, because a lot of our fans now are of the age group where they really glorify Melo, right? Like, because to them that was the most successful little 1 or 2 years the Knicks have ever had in the last 20 something years. So they think Melo was whatever. Man, and because they were young and impressionable back then.
Right.
But the fans they are now, the way how critical they are of these players, if Melo played on this team now, y'all would crucify Melo. That man don't never play a lick of defense at all. How bad would this fan base that we have right now, how critical they are, crucify?
I'm gonna stop right here. Go ahead, coach. I'm gonna stop right here. Go ahead, coach. Do your thing, bro. I ain't going with coach down that road. I'm gonna just wait right here.
I'm gonna just say one thing. I'm gonna say
Melo
one thing.
Didn't win shit. He didn't win shit.
Hold on a second, coach.
He didn't win shit for the Knicks. Nothing.
Coach, one reason why I'm a Lord. I'm not gonna say I agree or disagree, but I'm gonna say this. The question mark is out there only due to the fact that we didn't have the same coach. If it was the same coach, of course that wouldn't go down like that. But considering who he had to play under in the city, oh Lord.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I
Lord.
mean, he produced, he scored, and he had some rebounds, you know. But he never shot over 44% from the field ever for us. 1 year he shot 45%. And I'm not even going to talk again about the defense side. That same player plays on this team right now. The damn fans that we got right now would kill him every time we lost. They'd be shipping him out of here faster than they were asking for Randall to leave.
Yeah.
I'm just being real, man.
Coach,
I'm not talking smack about him. Really.
No.
Hey, Coach, you know what, though? Right now, guess who's leading the NBA in three-point percentage right now? Julius Randle.
What?
Yes.
No way. I gotta look
that dude
up.
is shooting 62.5% from three right now.
I think that's what Cat's shooting.
No, Cat wasn't shooting that last time I checked. I think Cat was shooting.
Well, you should check.
Yeah, let me double check.
I think he was 4 of 6 going in that game, and then he was 4 or 5 this game.
I'm just gonna see just to be sure. Last time I checked, he was.
And Deuce was up there too. But I don't know.
Yeah, Coach, you right. Yo, you right.
I told you.
Cat is shooting 73% from three right now, bro.
I know.
That's crazy. Yo, that is crazy, bro.
What's Deuce shooting? He's gotta be on the list. Unless he went down this game a little bit.
Deuce, I think Deuce might have gone down. Mikal Bridges is shooting 36%. Where's Deuce? I don't see Deuce.
See, I don't just be spouting off things just to say it.
Where is
Deuce? I don't put out stat facts unless I know in my head.
We see that now. We see that. Deuce must have had a terrible game. Deuce must have had a terrible because his numbers look. He went down. Let me see Deuce.
Yeah, Cat's leading the league.
Yeah, Deuce is shooting 55% from three.
I mean, that's pretty damn good still.
That's still pretty damn good, bro. Yeah, that's still pretty damn good.
Yeah, Deuce is tied. He's 18th in the league right now.
Yeah. Bro, Cat is shooting 73% from three. Man, if they don't stop, bro.
Yeah, he's 8 of 11 on the season. Just because he didn't do it all in one game. Tatum did in that one game.
Yeah.
But Randall is 10 of 16 though.
Yeah, bro, that's impressive, bro. That's impressive. Coach, man, I done got tired, man. I done got tired.
You know what?
Yeah. I gotta shut it down.
Wait, listen to this though. Julius Randle's only shooting 71% from the free throw line though.
Yeah, I saw that. And
you know what Cat's shooting? 95. He's only missed one free throw this year.
But how many free throws has he had though?
Coach be saying stuff black as hell. And sometimes I be having to catch myself, right? Out of respect. Coach is like, yeah, that man shot them free throws. you heard that man like, yo,
Cat
man,
shot
he shooting for the free throw line.
21 free throws, only missed one.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I just my opinion on Cat, I'm not gonna say nothing about his offense because that's a given.
He's shooting 59% from the field.
That's a given. It's the other little things that I, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not screaming doomsday or nothing like that. I just hope he gets better at it. And those, the other little things like
what other little things?
Like the interior defense and just that stuff like that.
So you gonna watch the game with us tomorrow? You got to be on playback TV and watch the game with us, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Because I notice a lot of people are like, "Yo, Cat defense," but you don't never see them around when the game be going on, bro.
No, I watch the games and I rewatch the games.
No, I'm talking about with us. I'm talking about watching it with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like watching it with us. I talked to Bully today, bro.
Yo, I spoke to him too. Did he tell you what he told? Well, I'm gonna tell you what he told me. He revving up.
Man, I told him I was gonna send him cash app him $4 for pasta salad. He talking about he don't know $4 for pasta salad. I ain't sending that motherfucker no $9 for pasta salad. He crazy.
He got to go to Walmart to get it.
Yeah, I only know $4 for pasta salad. You want me to send you $9 for pasta salad? You greedy? No, I ain't sending that man $9 for the.
You know who's balling out so far?
Who's that?
Trae Young.
Oh yeah, Trae Young balling, bro.
Yeah, he'll be down here Wednesday. I will be seeing him.
So was Anthony Davis this year. I don't know what they did. That man looks them Olympics.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Hey, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Y'all can go ahead and rock, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get
after this point, Corey. I'm gonna head out too. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, I just want to say this: the beginning of the year, those stats look really great. You know, but it's the heart of the season. It's the Novembers, the Februaries. You know what I'm saying? The Marches and Januaries. If those are the that's the time I'm thinking about and looking at.
I know, but the thing is, because you said you were one of the first people to say this too at the beginning when we had that rough game against Boston and the one in Cleveland. This is a new team, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, we all got excited. It's because a lot of us have what's called insight. Like, we know eventually this team's going to be, like, our excitement for them is what we know what they're going to be because we know how the season goes. They're going to get better as the year goes. But some people are like, well, how come they're not that right now? It's like, it don't work that way.
Take time to gel. And if, I don't know, well, Freeze is gone right now. But, you know, in the group text that we have, right, I put in there, I said, this road trip is so important for this particular team right now because they need to build camaraderie, and also they need to be away from their family and outside influences because they need to learn to come together to gel and develop certain things. And I'm telling you, and I know everybody keeps saying that we're gonna package them up and send them off, but Mitchell Robinson. But I'm trying to tell you something. I think, and this is just, and this is not me hoping because I'm a fan of his. But I really think he's gonna be on this team. If we're gonna make a championship run, we need a cat like him. It's like, you know how you play spades, you can never have too much trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
like, well, that's just it. I've always been that mindset, and so is Freezy. Like, it's not that we don't want Mitch here, but if the front office has already made this decision in their head, then we want to maximize what we can. That's the only reason why we're talking about. Like, if they're not wanting to get rid of him, then I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah. I don't want to talk. I don't want to mention his name until January.
Yeah, like I just want him to. If we get a perfectly healthy Mitch, and supposedly he said this, and other people have said this, the reason why they pushed it out that far because they wanted him to actually come back, not just where he can play enough. Like, he's not hurt enough where he can play a little bit. They want him 100% healthy this time instead of coming back too early. So
and also too, I see why they're taking their time with Precious as well. They want him 100%.
Yeah, and it showed already. I mean, we can roll with this. You know what I'm saying? Now, Josh, just because of the way he plays, I'm always nervous, because he's always hitting the ground, and like him and OG both, they're both them high energy players that kind of are always diving on the ground and getting loose balls and and reaching for in the passing lanes, and you get little owies all the time from that crap.
Mhm.
So
And my last point,
okay,
my last
yeah,
my last point, and Knicks fans, don't get mad at me, but I'd rather see Josh Hart coming off the bench. I think he's more effective coming off the bench. To me, not saying he hasn't been effective, period, this season, but I think
hmm
he can bring a little bit more oomph to the bench versus being a starter. But I'm that's why I'm not a professional head coach, and that's why I'm a professional fan.
yeah, me too. Like I said, I've thought the same thing, and I was saying on this channel, I agree. And I was wanting Josh to come off the bench, and now that I've seen what he's been doing, I don't know, man. I think he's earned the right to stay there for now. And then, especially when Precious and them come back,
Mm-hmm.
he's not going to have to stay in as much because right now he's actually doing double duty. He's getting his minutes with the starters he's only going to get. But then him and Bridges, sometimes OG, they're getting a little bit longer run with that second unit than they normally would have.
Mm-hmm.
It's Precious ain't here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just hope. I'm just glad that Hart's tough, man.
Yes, sir.
You can fight through all
Right.
this stuff.
But with that said, bro, I'm gonna let you get some rest because this.
All right, yeah, man. You too, brother.
All right, bro. With the rest of
Y'all
y'all
stay
chat
safe.
and whoever's on the panel, thank you for joining us, man. Hey, we got a new goal now, 5K. So let's go get that.
Yes, sir.
All
Peace
right,
out
peace.
tomorrow,
Yes,
Detroit.
sir.
Coming for that ass. See ya.